All right, we're live for Monday Night Football. Got the Patriots and the Bears, and that's what we got. You know, it is the return of Mac Jones, so there's something of some consequence there, right? But as you can tell from my score prediction, I'm not expecting much out of this game. The Bears, quite frankly, I just think are bad. Um, And the Patriots, the Patriots are probably pretty decent, but I'm not really expecting much in the way of offense today. I'm definitely expecting this to be one of the less exciting games that we'll do. But it's Monday night. We're here either way. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Matthew? I thought I was streaming at the half too, but some things fell in place, so I'm here earlier now. So it's just a little chaotic on my end, but we're here now. As the Patriots are going to receive the first half kickoff, and got Mac Jones coming out on the field. See what we can do. See what we can do about this game. All right, Mac Jones in the shotgun formation. Bears are lining up with a single high safety, and Ramondre Stevenson's in the backfield there with him, motioning over to his right side. He's going to hand the ball off, and Ramondre Stevenson goes nowhere. Bears are all over that one. So Matthew, I know you are a Patriots fan. You can go watch your team might come by at the half. Yeah, fair enough. Go watch your team, bub. I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be talking about what's going on here as Mac Jones throws, and it's caught there by number 11, Thornton. Not 100% sure. Let me see. Let me bring up the rosters. But yeah, Matthew, if you're going to come by at the half, come by and tell us your thoughts about how the game's been going from your opinion. I'll definitely tell you what's going on from my opinion, but thought we were going to get a little bit more of a quarterback controversy with Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi, because Bailey Zappi was doing pretty good. But I guess when it's Bill Belichick, it's just like, he's just going to do things the way he wants to do things, regardless of the way that you think they ought to be done, right? That's just kind of how Bill Belichick kind of tends to operate. But I guess you can do that when you won 6 Super Bowls. Mac Jones going to drop back. He's going to try to get to Ramondre Stevenson, and once again, the Bears are all over it, man. This is what I'm saying. I do not think today is going to be much of a day for any offense at all. We'll see if the Bears offense can come out and do something, but I just don't know. I just do not know. All right, so it's 3rd and 11. See if they can get something going here. All right, Mac Jones is going to drop back from the shotgun formation. He's going to bail out of it. He's going to try to run. He only picks up like 5. I'm not entirely sure what he was thinking there. Wasn't much to run for. I mean, maybe he just figured there wasn't anybody to throw to, and in which case, fair enough, right? But, either way, it didn't work out. Apologies about the state of the thumbnail, by the way. I didn't really have a whole lot of time to get ready for it because I didn't think I was going to be streaming the first half, right? All right, punts away. And is going to be returned, fair caught by the Bears, and Justin Fields is going to come out onto the field. Justin Fields is going to come out onto the field. That's something. All right, got the correct thumbnail up now. So hopefully that'll encourage a few more people to come by. All right, see you, Matthew. Hope you have a good day. Hope it goes well for you. Hope the Patriots win for your sake. Not that I care, either of these teams, but I always root for my subscribers' teams if they're gonna be active. So I root for the Cowboys when I can for Majestic YT. Root for the Patriots when I can for you. A lot of my subscribers are Bengals fans, so that makes it easy. But I think I was rooting for somebody the other day, just like a different team. I forget who, but just for one of the subscribers. I think it was somebody who came on who's like not normally part of the chat, but they came on and they're like, I'm a fan of this team, and I was like, well, I guess we're rooting for your team now. As long as it doesn't, if it negatively impacts the Bengals, I won't do it. But if it's just a neutral game for me, I'll root for whoever my subscribers want me to root for, I guess. Man, they're putting out these commercials for the new Madden games, like Madden is much of anything worth doing. Like like there's much to advertise for Madden. It's a trash franchise. It's really awful. Just it's part of the reason I thought about doing some content with the with the Madden games. I thought about doing some content like that because it'd be something creative I could potentially do. I just don't want to give any free advertising to Madden until they fix the damn game. Like if EA is going to put out a trash product year after year, I don't want to put my name behind that. I don't want to become known as the Madden guy, the guy who endorses Madden being the trash franchise that it is. Hopefully the NFL gets their head out of their asses when it comes to Madden franchise and revokes EA's exclusive license at some point. That way we can get some competition in again. All right, back to the game. Justin Fields is going to hand the ball off. And he's going to pick up about 2 or 3 yards on the pickup or on the carry. And that's pretty much how we're expecting this one to go. Pull up the Bears roster here too, so I can name off who the players are. That is David Montgomery on the carry. What is my kid is over there like screaming his head off over something, like playfully, but I don't know what that's all about. All right, David Montgomery's going to get the carry again, and he's going to get about a yard on the pickup. Jeez, dude. Like, all right, Bill Belichick wandering the sidelines. I think he's probably pretty much like, this might be a building year, but I've won 6 Super Bowls, so who cares, You just wonder if that's what Bill Belichick thinks about sometimes. All right, shotgun snap for Justin Fields. He's going to throw. It's caught. He's going to evade a tackle by bouncing backwards a little bit, and that's going to be a first down for the Bears. Darnell Mooney on the catch, by the way. I should have made some coffee before I streamed this game. Maybe I'll do that at halftime. Make some coffee. That's a nice juke move, though, to get out of that tackle, though, for Darnell Mooney. Like, you got to give him credit for that. The Bears' offense is moving now, so that's something. Justin Fields is going to dump the ball off to Equimanius St. Brown, I believe. Because I keep forgetting he went to the Bears. Like, former like I think number 2 Packers receiver, or probably number 3 because I think MVS was number 2, but Equimanius St. Brown there for the Bears picking up a crucial first down to keep that ball moving. What? You can get it yourself. I'm on a stream. But yes, thank you for asking. All right, Justin Fields is going to dump it off, try to get Equimanius St. Brown once again. And he is not able to come down with that one. That was a well, okay. The throw was a little low there by Justin Fields, but I don't know. I feel like Equimanius could have probably done a little bit more to get that ball. All right, Justin Fields, shotgun formation. Or I'm sorry, I formation. Pitches the ball to David Montgomery, who drops it, but it's a pitch, so that was actually a fumble. And he does manage to fall on it, so that's probably better than nothing. I think at the quarter, I'm going to make some coffee. Apologies if my energy isn't quite where it probably should be for one of these streams, but let's get it back up now. All right. Justin Fields, shotgun formation. He's got Cole Kmet to his right and David Montgomery to his left. He motions Cole Kmet to his left to the outside. He's going to pitch the ball to David Montgomery, short this time, and he doesn't fumble it, so that's good. He's going to pick up about 7 on the carry, getting to the outside and bouncing around. All right, so it's going to be 4th down and 5. So I guess he didn't quite get. Well, no, because it was because lost a couple on that fumble. I guess so. I guess it probably was about 7 yards. All right, so the Bears are going to bring Cairo Santos out to just put him on the board. And not a good start for my prediction because I was predicting the Patriots win 17-9. Although, this could theoretically be the best we see the Bears offense all day. You never know. Whew. I believe the Patriots actually right now, believe it or not, are right on the cusp of getting that last playoff seed, which the Bengals are currently competing for and don't have. The Bengals would be, if the playoffs started today, the Bengals would be the first team out of the playoffs. And the Patriots, I believe that they're 3-3, so they'd be half a game behind the Bengals right now, depending on what happens today. But the Patriots are right behind the Bengals. They're at number 9. So the Bengals are at number 8, and the Patriots are at number 9. So both of those teams. I'm sorry, the Patriots are actually at number 10 right now. The team that's at number 9 is the Colts. And if the Patriots win, then they can come in over the Colts. By the way, did y'all hear that the Colts benched Matt Ryan? Kind of surprising because made that big deal about bringing in a veteran quarterback to come try to do something like spark the team, and now you're like, oh no, I think Sam Ellinger will be better. Like, it's kind of weird. Gave up a 3rd-round pick to go get Matt Ryan, and now you're just benching him. Like, I mean, I guess like a 3rd-round pick isn't like the biggest of all time, but I guess thank God you didn't give up more than that. Because I think the Falcons were originally looking to maybe even get like a 1st-round pick out of him. Because I mean, this is former NFL MVP we're talking about. Then again, Joe Flacco was a Super Bowl MVP, and look what happened there. 4-time Pro Bowler, 1st-team All-Pro, NFL's most valuable player in 2016, Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2008, 1st-team All-Pro in 2016, NFL completion percentage leader. Oh, okay, for one season in 2012. Passer rating leader in 2016. So, I mean, this is a dude that, like, at one point was, like, a top 5 quarterback easily, and now he's getting benched for Sam Ellinger. Crazy, man. Sam Ellinger, the 6th-round draft pick out of Texas, which I was actually a little surprised by. I thought Sam Ellinger was going to I thought Sam Ellinger was going to get drafted a little higher than he did. So Colts are probably happy to get him in the 6th round. Might be part of the reason why they're comfortable starting him with Matt Ryan. Just, I believe, straight up benched. I mean, he might be dealing with injury, but from what I heard, he's just straight up benched. Bill Belichick only needs. Wow, so if the Patriots win tonight over the Bears, then Bill Belichick will overtake George Halas as the second winningest head coach in NFL history. And he's not that far off. He's not that far off Don Shula either. Like, let's see if he's at 324 now, and Don Shula was at 347. Then that's 23 more wins. Okay, so yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, Bill Belichick doesn't seem like he's going to be done anytime soon. So, I mean, like, you get like 8 wins a year, then, I mean, you just need to, like, basically coach for like 3 more seasons and you'll get it. All right, so Mac Jones was in shotgun formation, wasn't able to go anywhere with that pass, ends up just kind of like taking a dive and gets touchdown for the sack. But there's flags all over the place, so I'm wondering what these flags are going to be. Yeah, Bill Belichick just honestly doesn't look like he's like going to be done anytime soon. He looks like he's just as into it as he ever is, which isn't much. Holding on the Patriots, by the way, and then holding on the Bears as well. So those penalties are going to offset, which works out, I guess, in the Patriots' favor because Mac Jones took that sack. Not much of one, but he still took one. So with the offsetting penalties, you end up getting to replay the down, and the sack gets wiped off the board. They'll probably take that all day long. All right, Mac Jones, shotgun formation. He's going to motion a man to his right. Fakes the handoff. Looking around, got a lot of pressure. Dumps it off to number 37. Is that Damian Harris, I think, for about a 2-yard pickup. Yeah, Damian Harris. Dude, you know what? I don't need coffee. I need like tea or something. I don't know if you can tell, but my nose is crazy stuffed up right now. Like, I don't know if y'all can hear it in like the tone of my voice, but like my nose is just like can't really breathe out of it right now. All right. So that's a false start on the Patriots on the next play. Looked like they were going to try to get something going, but they stopped the play and nothing really happened there. So that's on Trent Brown, number 77. Former Raiders left tackle Trent Brown, now on the Patriots. All right, Mac Jones in the shotgun formation. He's got Ramondre Stevenson to his right. Got a bunched wide receiver set to his left, and then he motions one of those men out of it. He's going to hand the ball off to Ramondre Stevenson. I'm sorry, Damian Harris. Nope, that is Ramondre Stevenson. Yeah, forgive me. He only picks up a couple yards, and the Bears defense holds because that's pretty much, like I said, 17-9. That's about what I'm expecting here. I wouldn't even be shocked to see the Bears get up like 6-0 before the Patriots go score a touchdown. But hell, at this rate, like honestly, my prediction of them even getting to 17 points seems like a challenge. All right. Punts away. And it's going to be caught at the 38-yard line. He's going to attempt to return it. Gets a couple yards out of it, but honestly has to go more yards horizontally than he gets vertically. Goes out of bounds around the 43. I can't. That's not right. That's not right. Like the 35 or something like that. Probably right. I'm gonna go get some coffee, man. We're on a commercial. I need it. There's nobody in the chat right now, anyway. All right, we're back with the nectar of the gods. We are back with almighty coffee. I always found it funny how the Bears fired a coach named Matt and a GM named Ryan, and then they brought in Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus to replace them. Right, like Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace, they fired him, and um, they brought in Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles. Like, I just found that interesting. Like, seems like a very like you know backwards thing to do. Like, I mean, obviously, like the human beings' names are not necessarily indicative of what they're going to do as as executives and coaches and stuff like that. It just seems like a very Bears thing to do to not really make any progress. And as they did not make any progress on that place, the Patriots swallow up David Montgomery in the backfield. And if you wanted to see a defensive game, you came to the right place. Boy, did you come to the right place. All right, Justin Fields, shotgun formation. He's got David Montgomery to his right. He's going to take the snap, looking around, drives out of the pocket, throws. He's got a man. He's caught after about a 15-yard pickup. Number 19 on the catch. That is Equanimeous St. Brown. And I'm sure by the second quarter, I will definitely know his number. Cole Kmet, 85. Equanimeous St. Brown, number 19. David Montgomery, number 32. Number 11 is Darnell Mooney. And yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. All right. Justin Fields, shotgun formation, takes a snap. Looks around, throws, fires, caught, middle of the field. For about a 13-yard pickup is N'Keal Harry, the former Patriots first-round pick, trying to get himself a revenge game. Don't know if I expect that to happen, but, we'll see. And I will say, though, N'Keal Harry, he's a talented player. There were a couple of times in New England where he kind of flashed the potential to be good, but it's like John Ross doing that in Cincinnati, right? If it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. And I think the Patriots eventually came to that realization. Justin Fields going to take the shotgun snap. He's going to fake a handoff twice and then keep it himself. He's going to pick up about 9 yards on the run. So there you go. There you go. I just did this. I don't know why I did this. It's not a first down. N'Keal Harry's coming off the field. This is apparently N'Keal Harry's first game action with the Bears. Interesting they activated him against his old team. Kind of cool. Kind of cool for N'Keal Harry. All right. Justin Fields, shotgun formation. Got David Montgomery to his left. He's going to hand the ball off. David Montgomery's going to try to spin, and it doesn't really work, but he breaks through the defensive line anyway. So, the spin, honestly, probably put him in a worse position than he otherwise would have been. And yet still, he manages to break through the defensive line and pick up about 5 yards, despite doing a really bad spin move that didn't help at all. He breaks 3 or 4 tackles just to get, God, man. That right there is why David Montgomery's their starting running back, because sometimes you just can't bring him down. All right, now he's going out to be a slot wide receiver on this next play. All right, Justin Fields motions a man. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to dive in. I think he's got a touchdown, folks. All right, so that's going to pretty much screw up my score prediction, unless they miss the extra point here. Or who knows? Maybe they, the only score they have the rest of the game is a safety. I'll tell you one thing. If the Patriots lose, that's going to be pretty rough for their, wanting to go get a playoff push. The Bears, on the other hand, if they win, then they're still alive, right? If they lose, then and they fall to 2-5, it's just kind of maybe this isn't the year to think playoffs. But if they win, they go to 3-4, then it's there's an outside chance. It's not impossible. All right, kick is up. Extra point is good. And the Bears move ahead to a 10-point lead. It's a 10-0. And my prediction is officially busted. So I'm going to go ahead and put the banner up, which I probably should have been doing this whole time. Bears 10, Patriots nothing. And it's kind of crazy, right? Because, like, honestly, I felt like the Patriots have been the, like mildly better football team so far. They were the ones who were like, they were driving and, kind of getting some stuff done. They just kind of like stalled out at the, at the last possible second. Whereas the Bears were just looking completely anemic on offense. And yet the Bears are the ones who have a 10-0 lead now. That just goes to show you, man, like you can't ever give up on a football game no matter what's going on because the weirdest nonsensical stuff happens a lot. That's why I love football. That's why I love watching football, man. It's just like anything could happen. Anything could happen. The Bears could play like total crap the whole game and still end up up 10-0. Like, dang. Like I really cannot say in any seriousness that in any way, shape, or form I've been impressed by the Chicago Bears so far. And yet the Patriots are the ones who have punted twice on sustained drives at that. Fairly sustained drives. Dave Montgomery currently averaging 4.2 yards per carry, and he's the only running back in on either team who seems to be at the level that you need to be because like the bare minimum you want to be at's probably about like 3.7, right? Because you want to average you want an average yards per carry of at least the number of like if you did that every time then you would eventually get a touchdown, right? So I mean what would that be? Like I mean would that be 10 divided by 3? So it'd be like 3 point basically okay, so 3.4 yards per carry is like the bare minimum. If you have 3.4 yards per carry, then I mean that's not super impressive, but it's good enough, right? Because then you just like if you do that every time, then you're gonna get a first down. Um, although actually, and divided by 4, because if you run 4 times in a row and you're going for it on 4th down every single time, but if you get 2.5 yards per carry, then you'll eventually get to the end zone. Eventually, right? Probably like 2.51 yards per carry, right? Because you got to get past the 10-yard marker. So I mean, really, like Ramondre Stevenson and Damian Harris are both doing like okay enough, but the problem is you're not going to run the ball every single time because that's just not the way that the NFL is. You need to be explosive to be able to win games. Unless you're just like already dominating, then you can like use the ground game to like manage the clock and like not give the opposing team any time to try to make a comeback. All right, kickoffs away, not much of a return there. Mac Jones is going to come back out onto the field. And looks like Bailey Zappi's over there on the sideline, kind of like playing like he's. Well, I mean, he's like paying attention to the thing to the little wrist thing the quarterbacks wear. Like he's going to be potentially going in. I mean, I like that in a backup. Like, I mean, preparing to go in even though you're probably not. Just being prepared just in case something happens. As Mac Jones throws it deep, just overthrown though, cannot be reeled in there by number 11. Tyquan Thornton. Tyquan Thornton, not able to go actually bring that down. All right. Good pressure there by the Bears, though. And Mac Jones pretty much just had to get rid of that ball immediately. And that's probably why he overthrew it, because he didn't have time to get set. Because he had a man, Tyquan Thornton had that guy beat, but not by enough to where Mac Jones can make a throw like that and expect it to be caught. All right, he's going to hand the ball off to Ramondre Stevenson now. and he's going to pick up about 6 yards on the carry. So that's good. Patriots really kind of need to get going offensively here because they risk losing control of a game where the opposing offense is not very good. So I mean, like if you can't wrestle back some control over this game, that's a bad sign. All right, Mac Jones, shotgun snap, empty formation. Well, it wasn't originally, but motion the man out of the backfield. And he's going to run. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to slide down about the 40-yard lines, but that's a first down, a little bit extra beyond that. Nice run there by Mac Jones. Nice run. All right. Let's see. After this game, I'm going to have to go make up my new power rankings and start working on a video for tomorrow morning. Well, tomorrow. I'll be working on the video tomorrow morning. It'll come out tomorrow at 5. But Max Jones is going to hand the ball off to Ramondre Stevenson, who's going to fall forward for about 4 or 5 yards on that play. And there's a Bears offensive lineman who's being carted off the field, so that's not good to see. That's not good to see. If there's a Bears offensive lineman being carted off, then he must have been like, they must have been not sure about what's going on with him because like Bears haven't been on offense for a couple plays now. All right, Ramondre Stevenson in the backfield there with Mac Jones. He's motioning to the right, then motions back to the left. And then Mac Jones throws. It's caught. Number 85 on the catch for about a 15-yard pickup. Number 85 is Hunter Henry, former Chargers tight end. Good pickup by the Patriots there. And good pickup there by Hunter Henry. So if the Patriots lose this game, probably going to be knocking them down a whole category, to be honest with you, because like the Bears are not like if you lose to the Bears, it's not good. If the Bears beat the Patriots, I don't know if I'm going to be like it's not going to be as drastic of a shift upwards for them because like I still think the Bears are bad, right? Like beating the Patriots is good, but like, winning one game, against a okay but not great team, like one of the many mid teams in the NFL right now. It's just like, hey, good for you. But it'd be more concerning for the Patriots than it would be, encouraging for the Bears, in my opinion. But, I mean, like I said, I don't know exactly. I could tell you all about like what my theories are going to be when I for like the power rankings later. But until I actually sit down and start like maneuvering the stuff, I'm not going to be able to tell you exactly what I'm going to do. Even now with almost all the games over, I can tell you probably about what I'm going to do. But until I sit down and actually start moving them around and like seeing the picture in front of me and seeing like, oh, does it really make sense for that team to be there behind this team or in front of that team or whatever? Until I see that and then kind of start like fine tuning it, it's just I'm not going to be able to tell you what I'm going to do. So, I mean, we're all in suspense. I'm in suspense. I don't know what my power rankings are going to be. I can't wait to find out. I'll probably find out before you guys. God, I hope I find out before you guys because I got to record a whole video. But it's interesting every week. There's always some sort of weird thing that happens. Abbott Elementary, huh? New show, apparently. I literally could care less about, probably. Thursday Night Football. You got the Ravens and the Buccaneers. Now, that might be interesting. That might be an interesting game. Like, you've got two teams that, quite honestly, right now are probably nowhere near, like they're definitely playing nowhere near as good as they should be. So it's just really a question of like, who turns things around. Because like, I mean, the Ravens have at least been winning, not impressively, but they've been winning. The Buccaneers, on the other hand, yikes. All right, Mac Jones from under center is going to hand the ball off to Ramondre Stevenson. He goes nowhere. And Patriots really need to start getting something going. Like, if they don't, like, I don't know if you're going to be able to mount a comeback against this Bears defense. Like they're too like stingy. Channeling some of that 1985 energy here. Cringy rap videos and all. All right. Mac Jones in the shotgun formation. He's got a man to his right. He's got two to his left, three to his left, actually. All right. He's going to dip around. Can't find anything. Decides to run with it himself. Slides. And he might have enough for a first down, but actually now they're calling him a little bit short. There's a Bears player down clutching his hand pretty badly, so that's not great. He's acting like he broke something with the amount of pain like he's looking like he's in. Oh, no, he got hit in the balls. Oh, Mac Jones kicked him in the balls. Oh, poor guy. Oh, no. Oh, poor guy. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Oh, buddy. I'm so sorry. You just got kicked on the balls. You just got kicked in the balls on national television. What a way to go. I'm Yeah, you know what? I hope that's all it is because like I'm gonna look like a real asshole if it turns out he like legitimately got injured on the play. And I'm just over here like, oh, you got kicked in the balls, like, oh man. But like to me, it looked like he just got kicked in the balls and really hard kicking the balls too. So if that's the case, like I am so sorry. I am so sorry. That looked like it hurt. That looked like it hurt. Now, I got two people watching the stream right now. Whoever you are, put a comment on the side here and just tell me what you're thinking about this game or make fun of my Andy Dalton hair or whatever. And either way, I'll put you up on the screen. Put you up on the screen. We'll have a cool discussion. All right. Never would have thought in a million years coming into this game because, like, I believe I picked the Patriots to win this game, but never would have thought in a million years that we're going to be in the second quarter and in danger of the Bears running away with this game. Like, that never would have crossed my mind. Like I would have thought, like, if the Bears were going to win, then it was going to be like a hard fought kind of like, like just barely by the skin of their teeth at the end. But right now they're like, a couple steps away from dominating this game. Let's see. Bring up my weekly predictions because I keep track of them every week. We do them on the Battle of Ohio podcast, right? So if you're looking for more content, go check that out. I post the clips here from time to time, but we do a whole podcast, like 45 minutes to an hour typically of just mainly Bengals Browns content, but we also go over the whole NFL when we do our predictions. For this game, I picked the Patriots, and I believe Thomas picked the Patriots too. So. Not looking so good right now, though. Not looking good at all. All right. Oh, we got we got a new subscriber. I didn't even see him come through the channel. We're 8 subscribers away from 200, folks. Think we can get there? We can get there. I'm going to do something special because I couldn't really do anything special for 100, right? I couldn't really do anything special for 100. Like, I mean, something special happened, like, the raid, and that's part of why everything went crazy. But because everything went so quickly, I didn't really get to celebrate 100 subscribers the way I kind of wanted to. So we'll put we'll put all the extra into celebrating 200 subscribers when it happens. Right now we are 8 away. So if you're watching right now, let somebody that who's like either a Bengals fan or just enjoys entertaining football content, let them know about my channel. And but I mean, even just beyond that, like if you're watching now and you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. And if you are subscribed, like the video, and that'll tell the algorithm that people like my content, and it'll recommend it more to more people. Which, quite honestly, that's really what the subscriber boost was for. It's like I'm not really expecting those 192 people to show up on my streams or even on my videos and stuff like that, right? It's just like, hey, it's a new market for me to potentially have my stuff pushed to them, right? So that's where we're at with that. And if I can put out stuff that looks interesting, then they'll come watch it, right? That's pretty much how that works. All right, Mac Jones, under center, is going to fake the handoff to Damian Harris. He's going to throw, and I think it's fumbled. And now they're just calling that incomplete. But I thought he fumbled it because I mean it looked like he like caught it and had possession of it. He didn't really make a football move, but he had it in his like possession for like a second. Maybe yeah. The camera was also behind him, so maybe he was bobbling it. And like he couldn't really see that from the angle. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. That is what happened actually. Like seeing it from the other angle. Yeah, he definitely never had any type of remote control over that ball. Got 3 people watching right now. If you're new, feel free to like and subscribe. Well, if you're new, and it's intercepted by the Bears. Mac Jones throws a pick. Mac Jones throws a pick to the side, and that's entirely his own fault. That was way too high for his receiver. No reason to be throwing it that high, and the Bears corner just has the better angle on it, goes up and swipes it away. Not good, man. Not good at all. Might be seeing Bailey Zappi back before too long. But yeah, like I said, if you're new, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I put out content all the time. Leave a comment on the side. I'll put you up because I'm small and I'm still able to do that. If you're not, don't feel free to like the video, and that'll help YouTube know that people like my content. Get it out to more people. Trying to get to 200 subscribers. Right now at 192, and not too far off, but with the frequency that a channel of my size gets subscribers, it might be like a week or 2 before we get there. But I'll definitely make me happy to see that number keep going up. 4 people in the chat now. It's awesome. If you're watching, let me know what you're thinking of the game, and give me something to talk about, because the Bears and the Patriots are not. All I'm really talking about right now is that the Patriots just like are looking really disappointing right now, and the Bears look fine, I guess, right? Like the Bears don't look like terrible, but they don't look great, I think, is the thing. Like they look fine. It's good enough to get a win against a team like the Patriots, who appears to not be doing a whole lot right now. But it's not really like you're not going to win a whole lot of games playing like this, right? Like it's just like playing against bad teams. Which I'm not saying the Patriots are a bad team, but today they look like a bad team right now. Like when my power rankings come out tomorrow, I'm not like, even if they lose, I'm not going to put them in the bad category by any means. I'm just saying, like, right now, if this team showed up every week, they would be bad. Now, this is not the Patriots. The Patriots are not like this. They're a better team than this, but they're definitely playing badly right now. Bengals-Browns next Monday. That is going to be an interesting game. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to catch that whole game because that is Halloween night, and I promised my son I'd take him trick-or-treating. So I won't be able to catch that whole game. However, I will at the very least stream the second half, which, I do that quite a lot when I have stuff going on in my personal life and I can't catch the whole game. I'll just stream the second half, and it works out because that's where like the best action is in anyway. I have missed out. I think there's been a couple times I've had to do that with Bengals games, and I've missed out on what would have been some really good reactions from me, content-worthy reactions from me, from like the first half portions of Bengals games. But, the second half is really where the money's at. Oh, and the pass is batted down. Justin Fields tried to dump it off to David Montgomery, and it just gets swiped out of the air. For a minute, it almost looked like it was a fumble, but nope. I mean, it clearly wasn't. He got batted down, but yeah, Mac Jones tries to throw off of his back foot like he's Patrick Mahomes or something, and it's just way too high for, I believe, the tight end, number 81, who clearly has no hops. Like, I saw him try to jump for that. He had nothing. Jonnu Smith, former Titans tight end, ain't got no hops. All right, Justin Fields is going to throw. That one's almost picked off by the Patriots. Man, what's up with, like, both of these quarterbacks are trying to throw like they're Patrick Mahomes right now, and they're not. Neither of them are. Like, I mean, Justin Fields might be a little closer because of his athleticism, but he still doesn't have that kind of talent, man. Like, y'all stop doing that. Like, I mean, he tried to sidearm sling it to Darnell Mooney there, and I don't know what you're thinking. Like that man. This is some really bad quarterback play today. Like, good defensive play in general, but like compounded by bad quarterback play. All right, Justin Fields is going to, roll out of the pocket to the right. He can't find anywhere to go with it. Probably should have just thrown it away, but he's going to get sacked to hell and back in the backfield. And it's going to be 4th down. I mean, I guess I understand why he didn't throw it away, because he's just like, we're going to punt anyway. But, I mean, you just lost like 5 yards. Just like 5 yards, basically, that you gave the Patriots offense for free there. I don't know why he wouldn't just throw it away there. Oh, and he fumbled it. He actually fumbled the ball, but it rolled out of bounds, so not a big deal. But, like, he got sacked and then fumbled the ball. So, yikes, Justin Fields. People have been taking a calling him a bust lately, and like, I mean, I haven't been ready to put that label on him yet, and I mean, partially it's just because he's so young. Like, I mean, can you really call him that after what's it been, a year? But I mean, he's definitely looking a lot worse for the wear right now. Bears going to punt the ball back to the Patriots, who catch the ball at the 40, return it back to about the 45-yard line. But yeah, I don't know what's up with the quarterback play in this one, and I like Mac Jones, Justin Fields. Like, you'd want it to be a better quarterback matchup than this, right? Because, like, same draft class, like, who's the better quarterback? Like, honestly, the answer right now is they both suck. Like, Justin Fields is clearly more talented, and that slight bit that talent that he has, while he's not necessarily a better quarterback. Now Bailey Zappi's going in, so I think Mac Jones just got benched. So, hey, you know what? Let's go. Let's see the Bailey Zappi comeback story. Let's do it. Mac Jones is just pissed off. He's just like, put me back in, coach. And Bill Belichick's just like, is that a good Bill Belichick impression? All right, Bailey Zappi's going to wind up, and he's going to get it about a 4-yard pickup there to 81, which is Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith with the 4-yard pickup, and not a big play or anything like that, but it's a positive one, and you weren't getting a whole lot of that with Mac Jones. So, like I said, let's get on the Bailey Zappi comeback train here. Let's see if he can go win that job from the former first-round pick. Because, I mean, if anybody would do it, if anybody would bench a first-round pick in their second season, it's Bill Belichick. Just saying. All right, Bailey Zappi's going to toss it to Ramondre Stevenson, who's going to only pick up a yard there. So that wasn't really the best play of all time. I will say Bailey Zappi's not going to win any quarterback competitions if he can't get anything done. So maybe just being on the he was the quarterback of Western Kentucky. I didn't know that. Interesting. Well, it's kind of had a bit of a soft spot for Western Kentucky, right? Being a UK fan, and my whole family being from Kentucky, I've got a soft spot for a lot of different Kentucky teams. Not Louisville and not Eastern Kentucky, because, well, I'll get to that in a second. And Mac Jones dumps it off to Ramondre Stevenson. Nobody in front of him, and he's going to pick up about 15 yards. Great play there. That one was a great play. Mac Jones looks pissed. Mac Jones is like, fuck, he's good. Damn it. God. But yeah, my dad went to Morehead University, which is also in Kentucky, and they're rivals with EKU, so I don't like EKU. And then I don't like Louisville because I'm a Kentucky fan, right? I'm a UK fan. We don't root for the Cardinals over here. Boo. Booable. Boo. It helps out because back when FC Cincinnati, the soccer team, all right, Bailey Zappi's going to wind up, and he's got a wide open man all the way down the field, and he caught it, went to the ground. allegedly got back up in time and got into the end zone, and it's a touchdown for Jacoby Myers. Wow, that was a hell of a play. Great pass by Bailey Zappi to put it, not it wasn't the most accurate of all time. Jacoby Myers had to go up and get it, and honestly, for if it hadn't been for the position that he's in, that might have not been a touchdown because he had to dive and catch it. But because, the Bears defender is not able to get to him, he's able to keep his head about him enough to get his knees up off the ground and launch himself into the end zone before the Bears defender can get his hands on him. So what a play! What a play. Bailey Zappi, the absolute legend, man. Bailey Zappi's the new Mike White. I'm telling you that. Except he might be better than Mike White. God, Mike White. Ugh. Mike White. Y'all want to see some nightmare fuel, at least for Bengals fans. Y'all want to see some nightmare fuel for Bengals fans? Let's see if I can find the picture. I had it up in my video earlier, so I know I've got it here somewhere. Well, I had it. Probably a quicker way to do this would just be to re-download it, though. And yes, by the way, there is still football going on, but there was just a touchdown, so let me just make sure they're not going to review that touchdown and call it just something different. But yeah, it looks like they're calling that a touchdown, as they should. So it's going to be 10-7, and I'm going to go ahead and update that banner. And if you're watching, give me a comment in the chat, which is over here. And let me know what you're thinking about this game, because I didn't have many high expectations, and honestly, most of the game has just been a whole lot of nothing. But that was cool. That was a cool play. That was almost worth the entire coming and watching Monday Night Football for that one play alone. That'll be on the national highlight reel for the whole season. That was a great play there by Jacoby Myers. All right, let's update this banner. Bears 10, still leading. Bears still leading 10, but Patriots got on the board with 7. And who knows? Maybe Bailey Zappi is going to lead the immaculate comeback here. All right. Crap. I just had the picture. Where did it go? I'm gonna have to re-download it again. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Okay. Nightmare fuel. If you're a Cincinnati Bengals fan, this picture is nightmare fuel. Especially, and we'll talk about this here in a second. That's another thing that I need to make clear. But this picture right here, nightmare fuel if you're a Cincinnati Bengals fan. Mike White celebrating in the end zone over the Bengals in that game where the Bengals, the Super Bowl bound Bengals, lost to the Jets. And we didn't know they were Super Bowl bound at the time, but we knew they were really good. And then you lose to the Jets, it's just ugh. But y'all want to know something real scary? I've been talking all season about how the way the Bengals are playing lines up almost identically with last year. The only difference is week 1 last year we won, but we also won because Dalvin Cook had a miracle fumble, which when you go back and watch the replay, it's you could probably make the argument that the only reason that call stood is because it was called a fumble on the field. But it's just did he really fumble? I don't know. The Bengals kind of lucked out in getting that win. But other than that, every single other game has been virtually identical. And so that's been somewhat encouraging for these last couple of games. Just okay, I know they've been struggling, but hey, I think they're going to get it back together. They're following the same patterns as last year. So I think we're going to have something good happen here in a couple weeks. The problem with that line of thinking, though, is the next 2 weeks. Last year, week 8 was when we got pooped on by the Browns. And then the week after that was when we lost to the Jets and Mike White. So hopefully now it's just going to be more about learning the lessons of the past, right? Instead of thinking, oh, hey, they're doing the same thing as last year. Now it's hopefully, can we do better than last year? Christine Conley, you were who I was thinking of earlier. I was talking about somebody who came and was I'm a fan of this team, and I'm I'm rooting for that team now. I forget who that is though, but I remember you, Christine Conley. Myles Garrett hopefully is doing well. Was he potentially not doing well? He was in that car crash, but I think he was like, wasn't he like totally fine after that? I think he played against the Ravens. So what's up with Myles Garrett? He could terrorize Joe Burrow tomorrow. I can tell you that right now. All right, Justin Fields tomorrow on Monday, next Monday. Justin Fields is going to fake the handoff. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to run to the outside, and that's how Justin Fields does well. He utilizes his legs. Now, is he a Lamar Jackson like I'm basically a running back in a quarterback's position? No, Justin Fields is not entirely. He's not a pure scrambler, but he's kind of like Russell Wilson in the idea that if he utilizes his scrambling the right way, then he can be a good quarterback. So maybe he can start getting that figured out, and we can get a little bit more action going on in this game, right? I think we're rooting for the Patriots here for my buddy Matthew, but at the same time, I'm sorry, Matthew, I'm rooting for a compelling matchup. I'm not rooting for the Patriots to blow them out. I'm rooting for a good game here. Need the Patriots to win for $5. Well, see, that's even more reason to root for the Patriots. So we're all rooting for the Patriots here now. Go Patriots! Let's get that comeback. My Uncle Brian would not be happy with me rooting against the Bears. Not that I care, but I just for whatever reason when I think of the Bears, I think of my Uncle Brian. He's a Bears fan. I never understood why. Like, he's from Kentucky. Like, I don't know. Nobody else in my family is a Bears fan. Although he's not blood. He's related to me by he's my cousin's husband. So, might be something to do with that. All right, Bears going to take it, run up the middle, and pick up about 5 yards on the carry. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. And let's see if they can cap this, get something out of this drive here. Man, I got to start drinking more coffee before these streams because like that, my energy's right back up now, man. This stream's way better now that I have coffee in me. All right, Justin Fields. Oh, throws an interception, gets tipped. Interception thrown to number 27 of the Patriots, and it's tipped, and that's just a heads-up play right there, man. Oh boy, it's not really Justin Fields' fault. Maybe it's like you could have gotten the pass off earlier or something like that, but man, Miles Bryant, the man who came down with that for the Patriots. So if we're all rooting for the Patriots right now, there you go. There you go. That's a good play for the Patriots. Call the police for Amazon Prime. Well, how about, can we call the police like, how about, you know what I want to do? I actually think it might be Amazon's fault because Amazon is a trash company. So I'm wondering if Amazon, like, there's some sort of conspiracy for like Thursday Night Football going on with Amazon. Where they're like, let's have these really, really terrible games at first, and then we're gonna like rig everything to like ha 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 ha. Look at me, I'm Amazon, because that's what Amazon would do, right? Like, I don't feel bad for Amazon at all. Oh, they bought a bad contract. Like, fuck Amazon, dude. Fuck Amazon, for real. Like, I don't care. Like, I will never take an Amazon sponsorship on this show. If I ever get to the point where I'm getting sponsorships, which I'm sure if I keep doing it, eventually I will, but I'll never take one of their sponsorships. I have too much moral protest against doing anything with Amazon. And I'm not like some people, I'm not against taking sponsorships. I'll take sponsorships, not even necessarily for products that I'm not a product I already use, but it's got to be something that I like approve of, right? Like, I'm not going to like peddle something that I like actively don't believe in, right? So I mean, I'm not going to peddle Amazon. I should probably stop talking about them because then giving them free advertising just by talking about their name, right? Although, might be if I got to talk about them to avoid having to pay attention to Eli Manning practicing drills in his backyard in short shorts and eating oatmeal, maybe that would be a better thing. Like, what a horrible commercial. That might replace Mike White in my nightmares, which, once again, ugh, it's gonna give me nightmares, man, especially as we're heading into week 8 and week 9, which last year for the Bengals, man, last year, week 8 and 9, those were the weeks that Just terrible. I'm gonna get myself anxiety thinking about that. Dude, Gillette Stadium's a nice stadium, like for real. Like, I like that design with like the staircases kind of like on the side and everything like that. Like, I'm getting a lot more familiar with stadiums lately because I've been editing for this channel where like they always start out with a shot of the home team stadium, so I'm getting a lot more familiar with like the architecture of all the stadiums. Oh, Bailey Zappi's gonna throw it deep again, and it's caught again. This time not for a touchdown. But man, he's got a cannon. I mean, it's not like the most like the longest throws I've ever seen, but I mean, like he's throwing them like on a dime. That time to Devontae Parker, who brings it down. Oh my god, and that's somebody you expect to see that from too, because like while he was like he never really fully got going with the Dolphins, he had the talent. There was a reason why he was picked as high as he was. Devontae Parker's a highly talented person, and that's what you bring him in to do. Man, what a throw by Bailey Zappi. Mac Jones, you might be on notice, my friend. Mac Jones might be on notice because Bailey Zappi is something else. All right, Ramondre Stevenson's going to take the carry. He's going to pick up about 3.5 yards, and I look forward to when we hear from Matthew at halftime. I'm going to ask him how he feels about Bailey Zappi. Now, I'll tell you one thing. Like, I've never been a Mac Jones fan at all. I thought he was, like, way overrated in the draft and stuff like that. And I just got to say, if he loses his job to Bailey Zappi, I'm going to be so arrogant about, like, y'all should listen to me about quarterbacks more for real. Like, I know I was the guy who said Blaine Gabbert is the next Peyton Manning, but, I was a teenager when I said that. So, all right, Ramondre Stevenson's going to take it to the outside. He's got the touchdown. The Patriots are back on top. Well, they're actually on top for the first time. And I said earlier the Patriots are in danger of letting the Bears run away with this game. And ever since I said that, it has been all Patriots. It has been all Patriots. All right, I think they can keep this up, man. Like, that Bears offense is not going to be putting, much together. So, whew. Oh, man, this is explosive. That's not what you think of when you don't think of explosive when you think of the Patriots offense. But when you got Bailey Zappi throwing, passes like that, and you got like Devontae Parker, like really talented players like Jacoby Myers, Devontae Parker, Ramondre Stevens, like they got some weapons. They got an underrated number of weapons there in New England. Like to the point where like, Bill Belichick is not known for keeping a lot of weapons on his football team. But oh man, that like Chicago does not have a lot of weapons. Like, Equimanius St. Brown is a pretty good wide receiver. Darnell Mooney is pretty okay wide receiver. And just like outside, like N'Keal Harry is the Patriots trash. And apparently today was his first start for the Bears. I really like Velus Jones Jr., but mostly I liked him as a draft crush. Like I thought that he was going to be like, great coming out, being a great returner. And quite frankly, he has not been that for the Bears. So maybe I was just, straight up wrong about him. But like, I mean, the Bears don't have a whole lot of weapons. That's their biggest problem. Like Justin Fields is their weapon, and Justin Fields is kind of hit and miss, as a quarterback, as like, when he remembers, oh, hey, if I use my legs, I can use that to go do other stuff, then Justin Fields can be pretty good. But the problem is he doesn't remember it enough. He's just kind of like, it's like if you took Russell Wilson, like what we've seen from Russell Wilson on the Broncos so far, and you just made that an entire football player, because I'm still convinced that Russell Wilson is going to figure it out eventually, and that, like, what we're seeing right now is really just like it's an adjustment period thing, which is what I said. Like everybody was like, oh, the Broncos are Super Bowl contenders this year with Russell Wilson. I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not. Like the Broncos offense has been horrible for a while, and I know it's bad play calling, it's bad coaching, but it's been also they haven't had a lot of offensive talent. Like, like they've had a good wide receiver core, but even their wide receiver core I've always felt a bit overrated. But people are just like, oh, Russell Wilson, elite quarterback's coming in, they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that. I mean, Peyton Manning didn't even win the Super Bowl his first year in Denver. So I mean, like, it's like free agents don't work like that. There's an adjustment period. You're learning a whole new offensive scheme. You're in a new city. You got, new players who you have to earn the trust of. Like, you can't just plug and play like that. Like, I mean, I know Tom Brady's insane, but, even Tom Brady didn't win the Super Bowl his first year in Tampa Bay. So, I mean, has that ever happened? Like, has it ever happened? Well, okay, Matt Stafford. I forgot about Matt Stafford. Just happened last year against my team, right? I should remember Matt Stafford that happened. But it's just like I think Matt Stafford's the only time that's ever happened where somebody showed up like a really good quarterback showed up, and like year one they won a Super Bowl, right? Like that just doesn't really happen. Like normally that does not happen. Normally there's an adjustment period, and I figured that was going to happen with Russell Wilson. So just this idea that he was going to waltz in and be great, I don't know. But my whole point in saying all of that was that Russell Wilson is going to need to adjust a little bit, but he's got that. And you've seen it a couple times this year. Occasionally he remembers, oh, if I use my legs, then that's going to help me be able to throw the ball too. And it works when he does that. It's just frustrating because he like doesn't do that more often. And it's like, it seems to be the same case with Justin Fields. He seems to just be our young Russell Wilson. The problem is he's not getting it figured out quick enough. Russell Wilson got it figured out basically immediately as a rookie. So it's just like, like he might run out of time before the Bears are willing to commit to him further to figure out how to be a good quarterback. And it's like the answer's in front of him. It's not clicking for him. And it seems to be clicking for him right now as he runs for about 5 or so yards. Yep, 5 yards, 2nd and 5. So I don't know. I don't know what you do with Justin Fields right now because it's just like, it seems like he has the capability of figuring this out. He just refuses to. All right, hand off to Dave Montgomery. Or no, sorry, that's Khalil Herbert. Up toward the right guard, and he's going to pick up about 4 on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. All right, Justin Fields is going to sneak it. I don't think he got it. I think the Patriots stopped him. The ref is running down perfectly on the 35-yard line, so I guess it just depends on where the chain gang says. They're saying it's a first down. I didn't think it was a first down, but maybe that's just because I was paying attention to the yellow line, which, as we all know, is not perfectly accurate. But just from what I saw based on the yellow line, I didn't think he got it. But, I mean, maybe he did. If it was closer than that, then no wonder they did a quarterback sneak, right? The other thing is just like Ohio State quarterbacks. Like, what did you expect? Like, when's the last time a great Ohio State quarterback came to the NFL? I'll answer that question. Never. Khalil Herbert's going to take the run up once again to the right guard, and he's going to, I think, pick up 10. Might be enough for a first down. They're calling it a first down. So Bears getting that running game going. Khalil Herbert, by the way, is another one of those draft crushes I had, partially due to his ability to return the ball. And the Bears got both of them. Bears got Velus Jones Jr. and Khalil Herbert, and yet they're not using either of them as like like neither of them are great, amazing returners this year. So maybe I just don't know how to evaluate returners. But then again, does anybody honestly I mean, I've never heard anybody talk about returners going into the draft. It's just not something you hear about all that often. Justin Fields winds up and he throws, and that is caught. Can't tell by who because they're all over him. 3 people around him and he catches that ball. So great pass. I think it's Darnell Mooney, but great pass there by Justin Fields, and great catch too because that was triple coverage and he threaded that needle and made it work. Yeah, there's a triangle of human beings around Darnell Mooney there, and he still comes down with it. So credit to both of them. Really credit for Justin Fields for making that. You needed perfect accuracy there, and he got it. All right, Justin Fields winds up, throws to the backfield, and that's caught for about a 4-yard catch there by number 84, Ryan Griffin, former UConn Husky. UConn Husky. Man, UConn, man. As a Kentucky fan, that name still makes me sad. All right, Justin Fields going to fake the handoff, and he's going to look for somebody to throw to. Can't find anybody. Decides to run. Pretty much only just gets back to the line of scrimmage and ends up like falling on his ass. So that's rough. Oh no, it was Wisconsin that Kentucky lost to. What did they do with UConn? Is that the team that they beat in the finals? Like the one championship I've ever actually seen one of my teams win was the 2012 Kentucky Wildcats. And of course it's the basketball team. 2011, 2012. Let's see. They beat Kansas. What happened with UConn? Because I remember they just losing the Final Four or something to UConn one year. They lost to the Wisconsin Badgers that one year that they went undefeated and then lost in the Final Four. Like what a anticlimactic way to lose. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. This isn't a basketball channel. Justin Fields going to keep it, and he's going to run to the left, and looks like he's got it. Breaks a couple tackles, and he's got the first down. Bears are moving. Bears are moving. We got that compelling back and forth going on now, and we didn't think we were going to get it. Didn't look like it was going to happen. Looked like the Bears were going to kind of run away with it. Patriots came back, and now the Bears are starting to kind of get it going again. So that's what you want to see. You like to see the just, like the dynamics of the game, like not just all in one direction. Like, blowouts, like offensive blowouts are not like, I know everybody goes nuts about like, when teams score like, 40 points each, but it's just like, I mean, what's even the point of defense at that point? I like 24 to 21 games, right? Where it's like, the offense does some good stuff and the defense does some good stuff and it's kind of back and forth and you don't know what's going to happen. Like blowouts are just weird, And I guess you can totally get a compelling game when it's all offense. I'm just saying I find it a little bit more interesting when there's also defense involved too. Oh no, it was the final. It was the final. So yeah, it was the championship game. Kentucky lost 54-60 to UConn in 2014. And that's making me very sad. Yeah, Kentucky beat Kansas in 2012. And wow, that was actually UConn won in 2010 too, apparently. Didn't realize UConn was that good. 2013, man, Louisville beat Michigan. I was so mad because like I kind of got a soft spot for Michigan just because I hate Ohio State and I hate Louisville, right? So I mean that just and Rick Pitino, like what a scumbag, dude. Like he was like my hero when I was a kid, and then he just turned into a scumbag. Like God. But yeah, Kentucky lost to UConn in 2014 and thought I was going to get to see a second one. Nope. Huskies. Don't like the Huskies. Not a fan of the Huskies. North Carolina. Don't like seeing them win. Michigan got back in 2018. I forgot about that. Wow, Virginia dropped 85. Baylor dropped 86. Man. Yeah, we've been getting some high-scoring games lately. 2022, Kansas beat North Carolina. Ew. At least they beat them, though. Back to North Carolina got all the way there, though. Ugh. Yuck. Don't like North Carolina over here. North Carolina, Duke, Indiana, all of them. Ugh. Get them out of here. Go Cats. Still got more championships than all of them, except for UCLA. UCLA's got more, but that's literally only just because they like went crazy in the 70s, and outside of that, they not a whole lot. All right, Justin Fields got the ball at 25-yard line. He is in empty formation. He's got 2 to his left and 3 to his right. He's going to pump. He's got pressure on him immediately, but it turns out to be a screen to Khalil Herbert, who's going to march in for the touchdown, and that was actually perfectly executed. Justin Fields trying to argue, I think, that he was hit a little bit late, and he's a little bit slow to get up, too. But 25-yard touchdown catch by Khalil Herbert there. So if you picked him up in fantasy, like on a whim at some point, you're probably feeling pretty good about that. And great heads-up play by Justin Fields to get the ball off to Khalil Herbert, and great heads-up play by Khalil Herbert to notice. A lot to be said about just, the ability to have that kind of like cognition to know exactly what you need to do, right? I wonder how my fantasy teams are doing, man. I got this one money league I'm in that I'm like undefeated in. But I think I saw earlier that this week it's not doing so well. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I'll just check on my phone. As the Bears are going to line up for a field goal, kick is up, and not a field goal, for an extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. And the Bears are in front, back in front. Like I said, we got an interesting, compelling game now, man. It's a back and forth. It's a back and forth type of thing right now. So it's going to be 17-14. Bears in front, back in front. Let's see if Bailey Zappi can come back out here and make some more Zap magic. All right, what am I doing? Fantasy, right? Thinking about if the channel grows enough, I might start like a fantasy league. If there's enough interest in it, I can't imagine there would be right now, but going forward, like, in a year or two, there's enough interest. Hell, even maybe next year, if the channel grows quite a bit, before next year, I might start a fantasy league for the because we did a podcast fantasy league, and then everybody just kind of lost interest this year. So I might do a like for the Battle of Ohio podcast, right? So I might do a fantasy league for this channel if there's enough interest. I don't think there would be right now, obviously, but maybe by the end of the year and then through the off season, maybe we've picked up enough new people that there'd be some interest in that, right? All right, so Bears are going to kick the ball off back to the Patriots. And let's see. So my undefeated team, currently projected to finish with 89 points, so that's not great. Currently got Ramondre Stevenson in, who might give me some hope, but no, not really, because the guy I'm playing has 136 points. So yeah, this one's a bust. Unless Ramondre Stevenson scores like 4 more touchdowns, I think I'm screwed. And even then, that probably wouldn't be enough. So I'm screwed in that game. Let's see. What's going on in my other money league? Not doing as well overall in that league. And yeah, I'm losing this game too, 111 to 142. And currently just hoping that maybe Nick Folk can just go crazy with the field goals. Probably not going to happen. Bailey Zappi's going to go deep, way too high there. No chance. No chance at all on that pass for Tyquan Thornton. So I'm going to line back up on 2nd and 10 and see if they can make it happen. The Zapster. Zap attack. Bailey Zappi, the legend. Let's see if he can solidify his legend with a win this week. All right, he's going to roll back. Throws, fires, and it's caught. Caught there by Jacoby Myers, right? No, it's Devontae Parker. As I said, Devontae Parker. Oh, yes, let's show some Bengals highlights. There we go. Joe Burrow to Tyler Boyd. I think that was in the first half. That's one of those plays that I was talking about, like, Jamar Chase with the touchdown. Like that Tyler Boyd catch, man. I was going crazy when I saw that. Unfortunately, I wasn't streaming because I kind of got behind on my work at PFF, and that takes priority because they pay me, and this doesn't right now. But what I'd like to do is get to the point where I'm like, consistently able to get to all the Bengals games, like, on time. All right, so, did the Patriots fumble? Bailey Zappi hands it off to Ramondre Stevenson, I believe. And yeah, the refs are saying the Bears recovered the fumble. I didn't even see that there was a fumble, but I guess there was. So that's a poor turn of events for the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson, man. I just lost my fantasy game if Ramondre Stevenson fumbled, so that sucks. Oh, no, that wasn't Ramondre Stevenson. That was actually that was a handoff to That was a handoff to Jacoby Myers. And he just like he fumbled the handoff is what happened. So yeah, I didn't even see that. I just thought that he got tackled because we're coming at it from the other angle. Rough, dude. Rough. If you're the Patriots, man, so like this game's so tight right now. Like you can't do something like that and expect to be able to try to win this game, right? All right, Justin Fields is going to hand the ball off to David Montgomery. He's going to keep it himself, though, and he's going to run it for about 4 yards. And I think really, like, that's fine. Like, we're a minute and a half away from halftime right now. And, yeah, just, you got a gift right now. So, like, even a field goal would just be good to go into the half with, like, a 6-point lead. You want to get a touchdown because you want to go up by, you want to have like a whole touchdown barrier. But even a field goal, just because it was a fumble, right? Just give yourself a few extra free points essentially. But obviously you're going for the touchdown, so we'll see. All right, 2nd and 6. Justin Fields calls for the snap. He's in shotgun formation. He gets sacked by Matt Judon. Can't really find anybody, and I don't think he even saw Matt Judon. He was just like all over him, and Justin Fields wasn't even reacting to it until he was on top of him. Now, granted, it's coming from your blind side. No, it's not. No, it's not coming from the blind side. Never mind. No, he wasn't even paying attention. Justin Fields got his eyes fully downfield. Doesn't even it has no cognition that there's pressure on him, and Matt Judon just takes him down. Got 2 people watching in the chat right now. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll put you up on the screen. But yeah. All right. Shotgun formation for Justin Fields. He's got a man to his right. He takes the snap, and he's got pressure all over the place. Manages to get out of all of it, though, and he's running, and he's got a first down. He gets out of bounds around the 15-yard line. So way to make magic out of nothing, Justin Fields. Man, that's why you think that this kid could be something, right? Because he's got talent, and when he's actually if he had a awareness rating like in Madden, I'd put it at 75 because it's like when he utilizes his awareness, he's very lethal. But there are also times where it's just like, are you even paying attention to the football game, bro? Like that play, like that sack from Matt Judon earlier. Like, you got to know that dude's there. Even does he get away from the sack if he's paying attention? I don't know. Maybe he has a chance to do something with it. But he definitely at least has a chance. Whereas he just got completely blindsided there. But and then on that play, he's aware of the pressure around him, and he manages to turn it into a first down with an absolutely awful display by the offensive line. By the way, I just got to say how terrible that offensive line display was. All right, so Bears got the ball at the 21-yard line. Justin Fields is lined up in shotgun formation with David Montgomery to his left. He takes the snap, rolls back. Good protection on this play. Never mind, not anymore. And he fumbles the ball. Does manage to get back on top of it, though, but not before it rolls all the way back to the 36-yard line. So he lost about 10, 11, 12 yards on that play. That's rough. Going backwards, it's not what you want. But like I said, if they can just get a field goal out of this drive, and it's the Patriots basically just gave him free points. It's just so take some points because you got them for free. But stop fumbling. He didn't even get it knocked out of his hands. He just lost control of the ball. What on earth? Yeah, he knocks it against his knee. He's holding the ball like this, and I think he's still thinking maybe I can throw the ball or something like that. And he's he's trying to high step his way out of a tackle from Matt Judon, and he hits the ball with his knee, and the knee knocks it out of his hands. So there's another example of just the awareness factor with Justin Fields, right? Aware enough to get out of the pressure, but not aware enough to know where his knee is. All right, Justin Fields, I think, on a design run here, and on the 2nd and 25, he's going to pick up about 10 yards there. So we're going to end up with 3rd and 15 with 19 seconds left in the half. And like I said, if you end up you're back in pretty decently easy field goal range here. So it's if you end up just taking a field goal in this situation, it's fine, right? It's just you You got free points, take the free points. You'd love to get a touchdown, but like don't pull a Zach Taylor here and just like, go for it on fourth down because like, I mean, yeah, it's not the biggest deal in the world because it's not like the Patriots are going to have time to do anything with it, but just take the points. And I would think like Matt Eberflus being a defensive, like, old school type of coach that he is, I would think Matt Eberflus would know better, but obviously I'm talking about it because the NFL in general is not doing that, in the smart way lately. Like, I'm all for going for it and being aggressive, but like, you gotta go for it and be aggressive in the right moments, right? Like, you can't just do it like willy nilly, like the NFL's been doing it lately. It's like they all think they're in a video game or something, right? Like, I mean, like these are real consequential games. You can't like just decide you want to go for it because it's okay. If we lose, we lose. Like, no, dude, you're like paid to win these games. Like, stop doing that. Actually, I would almost wager to bet, like, because the NFL is swinging so hard in this direction that eventually there's going to be some coach that's going to come through and he's going to like, be more conservative about going forward on fourth down. And because of that, he's going to have a big advantage. And then he's going to spark this whole big movement about like, taking the points instead of like, being aggressive and going for it. And it's just going to be this whole back and forth thing that's never going to end, All right, Justin Fields, shotgun formation. David Montgomery to his right. Takes the snap, rolls out right. Can't find anybody. Does find somebody, though. He throws, and it's caught. Was he in bounds? I think the ref waving that he had it in bounds. Can't really tell because, like, I mean, he was like kind of like, he's like waving his arms, and then he gets there. I think he makes the catching motion, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, he definitely caught that on the replay. He definitely caught that. So I don't know what the refs noted, but he definitely caught that. So yeah, he gets 1 foot down. He might even get 3 feet down. Like he gets 2 feet down, might get a third, although that third one's kind of questionable. His knee might have come down before the third, but it doesn't matter. All you need is 2. And so they are giving it to him, which is the correct call. The Bears got the ball on the 10-yard line. They probably got 2 plays, unless Justin Fields wasting all the time in the world. And there is a flag on the play, though. And I think it's going to be pass interference or maybe holding or something like that on the defense. And so you got 3 seconds left now. Justin Fields, I don't know what you're doing. You got to take a quick shot, and he's just trying to like he's playing like it's like 12 minutes left to go in the first quarter. You gotta be able to like utilize, because I mean now you got like 3 seconds left, and yeah, you got a big penalty on that play, but you're gonna have to go for the field goal because you don't have enough time to run another play. Like I don't really know what that was about, but whatever. So I feel like if he had just like tried to throw a quick pass, then the Bears probably could have had another chance, but they're only going to get the one chance because they're running out of time. So it's going to be a 23-yard field goal attempt. Probably should make it. Pass interference doesn't really make much of a difference though, because would have been about the same level of ease on this kick, and the kick is up, nearly blocked, but not quite. And it is through for a field goal, and so the Bears are going to go into the half up by a 20-14 margin. So if you're a Patriots fan, not feeling so good about this game right now. Although feeling kind of good that Bailey Zappi is kind of like, made a bit of a comeback and kind of like made things kind of happen. Did my banner just go, or did my overlay just go off? Has my overlay been off this whole time? If you're watching, leave me a comment in the chat and let me know how long my overlay has been off for. I just now noticed that. But yeah, it's 20-14, and they're going into halftime, and I don't even really know what you say about this, right? Like, the Patriots, like, Bailey Zappi gave him a bit of a boost, but obviously didn't do a whole lot on that last drive. He tried to go for the big, like, energizing play and just wasn't able to connect with it like he was on the first couple drives. And man, the Patriots, just like, I don't know what is going on with them, because like they're better than this. The Patriots are quite honestly better than this. And then like, the fumbled what do you call it? The fumbled handoff. Man. Patriots just kind of shooting themselves in the foot right now. When they were in the middle, of, a pretty decent comeback attempt. Like Mac Jones comes out here, can't get anything done, throws an interception, gets himself benched, and then Bailey Zappi comes on. He's doing great, and then they fumble. Like it's killing all the momentum you were building. Like, I know Bill Belichick's got to be like in the locker room right now. Like, guys, you can't turn the ball over like that. Like you're gonna you can't win football games and turn the ball over with that kind of frequency. You just can't do it. Like they're on pace to turn the ball over 4 times today. And I mean, that's not to say that they're going to do it, but 2 in the first half is not good. 2 in the first half is a problem. And honestly, if it hadn't been for the turnovers, they might be winning this game right now. Chris Berman, I swear to God, I thought he retired at one point, but he's still going. He's still going. That man is an ESPN legend, and I thought he had retired and just wasn't doing stuff anymore. And then I started seeing people do the whoop thing, and I'm just like, oh, hey, that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad to see he's still going. Taught an entire generation of kids that football's fun, right? I mean, football is fun, but it's just like football's not really fun to a little kid, right? Like, I mean, some kids really like the hitting and stuff like that, but I mean, for the most part, football doesn't really have that like real attention grabbing nature to it. Just because like the game can be so slow paced sometimes. And it's like, there's some like really acrobatic, interesting things to watch and stuff like that. And like, the like when kids get a little older, like, 11, 12, 13, that's when it starts clicking like, oh, hey, this might be a really cool thing to watch. But like, my 7-year-old, like he loves the Bengals. Because I love the Bengals, right? And he sees all my Bengals stuff and he's rooting for the Bengals. And, sometimes he'll see like a big hit happen. He's like, oh, he got tackled. And, I think he just enjoys it partially because I enjoy it. And he just likes, connecting with me and stuff like that. But like when he actually tries to sit down and watch a game itself, he just gets really bored and walks away. And I did that too when I was that age, right? Like, my dad would like, I'd sit there and like, I'd want to watch the Bengals game with my dad because watching football with my dad, that's just a cool bonding experience. But I lost interest really quickly in the middle of the game, and I go off and like play and like kind of pay attention to like what the score was a little bit, but just not really watch the game. And it's just like, you don't really develop that kind of interest until you're older. I don't remember what got me on that train of thought there, but yeah, football definitely for the teenagers, not so much for the little kids. Not all of them. Some of them really like it, but it's usually little kids are into football because their parents are into football, right? And even then, they're not really into football. They're just into like they're into the cool uniforms and seeing like players and like knowing people's names and stuff like that. They're not really into football. Matt Ryan. That's why he got benched, because he threw an interception to lose the game to the Titans. Rough. Seahawks beat the Chargers 37-23. That was a game that I literally could care less about. Speaking of games I could care less about, Raiders Texans. Ew. Like why pay attention? Like who literally cares about the Raiders or the Texans? Like, I mean, I was kind of interested in the Raiders when like John Gruden came back and it was like, oh, hey, like, this coach from my childhood, who was like, this really cool guy who won a Super Bowl. Like, let's see if he can do it again. And they came back and he was like a racist idiot. And it's just like, okay, let's let them move on from this. And then the Raiders started having like, legal problems. And it's just like, okay, all right, let's Raiders, man. Like, they got a cool stadium. I saw that stadium. Like, I went to Vegas in 2020. I saw that stadium while it was in the middle of being built. 2019, actually. I remember 2019 because I remember watching Joe Burrow win the national championship against Clemson, like at a casino. It was like a surreal experience for me because at that point in the season, the Bengals have the number 1 overall pick, or probably, I forget exactly when in the season that was, but but at the very least, like, it's like I knew that the Bengals were probably going to get Joe Burrow to be their quarterback. So I'm watching the national championship. No idea that Jamar Chase is going to end up on the Bengals, but I do know that Joe Burrow is going to be on the Bengals, and I'm watching him win the national championship. And I'm just sitting like, this is what the new era is going to be. Oh, that's so cool. That's my new quarterback. Is that what it's going to be like to be a Bengals fan? Like over the next decade or so, are we going to be winners? Are cool things going to happen? And lo and behold, like I mean, it took like it took like a couple years to get there, right? Well, it took 2 years to get there, right? Because year one, Joe Burrow goes down with an ACL injury. But year two, he comes in and we're in the Super Bowl. Year three, and I mean, we get off to a little bit of a rough start, but the way things are going right now, I think most people would probably put money on the Bengals to make the playoffs. So we're gonna have another shot, probably, to go through it this year. And it was just so cool after years and decades of being a Bengals fan and just like hoping that something interesting happens at some point that I can get excited about. It doesn't happen all that often. Every once in a while, you get a season like 2005 or 2015 that's just like, whoa, something's happening. But for the most part, it's just like, oh, God. It's time to watch the Bengals again. Let's see if they can win this football game, maybe. But now it's just like, dude, we're contenders. Like, like regardless of the current, like the week to week state of the team, it's just like that this team's going to be in the mix every year. Like, even if they have a bad year, it's like they're probably going to come back next year and be in the mix as long as Joe Burrow and this whole era is on the table. And are they perfect? No, they have things that they can they have things that they can improve on, but it's just so cool. Like after years of being a Bengals fan, and just like sifting through the muck, and just to have it finally be like this is just so much fun. I mean, even like the losses. It's like the losses are better than the old losses because like these losses, it's like you're watching it and it's just like, man, we're better than this. Like we should be so much better. We should be kicking this team's ass because we are the Cincinnati Bengals and we should be winning this game. It's like it's frustrating on a whole different level. It used to be frustrating because it's just like, God, we suck. Now it's like frustrating. It's just like, man, we don't suck. What is going on? I know that's the content y'all came for, right? I mean, honestly, that's probably the content most of you. If you're a subscriber, you should probably expect me to go on like talking about the Bengals. And if you're not, you probably notice all the Bengals memorabilia behind me. So I'm going to get on a tangent like that. We are at halftime, so it's about all we got right now is just talking about whatever comes to mind. Like the Manning cast, which I thank God every day that I'm doing these streams on Monday night, so I don't have to watch the Manning cast. Like I know people are like, "Oh, the Manning cast is cool," but like I hate the Mannings. Like Peyton Manning is such a turd. Eli Manning is such a turd. Like I'd just like their personalities just rub me the wrong way, and their values rub me the wrong way too. I don't like them at all as human beings or anything like that. I want them to go away. Like stop being on my screen, both of you. I mean, like Peyton as like whatever, but like Eli, I can't stand Eli, dude. I want Eli to just go away. Please stop being like in front of my screen. I'd almost rather see Ryan Clark. Like, not really, because he's a Steeler through and through, and he'll always be bullish about the Steelers and talk crap about like the Bengals and stuff like that. But at least he's like like outside of that whole thing, he's an entertaining human being and not like A, cringy and B, shitty, right? Ah, man. But like I said, I don't have to watch the Manning cast because I'm streaming these games, and so I watch all these games on silent because I got the game on one screen here, but I put it on silent so that the audio doesn't get my channel copyrighted, right? I've had a couple people ask me why, like I say the like I'm doing these streams, like I'm streaming the games, but I don't put the video up on the screen. And the reason is because that's super duper illegal. It's like, copyright infringement, and the NFL is extremely litigious. So like, my my first worry is that I would get my channel taken down, which is pretty likely to happen, but it's also fairly likely that I could get sued if I do that. And no, thank you. No, thank you. What I will tell you is that, you can watch it yourself. There is an NFL streaming service where you have access to all the games out there. You just have to be a little creative to get it. What you can do is you can sign up for NordVPN, which you get 69% off if you go to my link in the description. What you can do is you can what I do is I get on what's it called? I get on the Ireland server. and then I sign up for NFL Game Pass International. It's a little pricey. It's definitely pricier than regular NFL Game Pass, but it's because you're getting all of the game to stream. It's meant for an international audience because it's the only way that they can watch the games. You're not supposed to be able to access it from America, but that's the great thing about a VPN, right? Is it it lets you unlock content that's blocked in your country. So that's pretty much what I do. I throw up my VPN on I use Brave browser, and I can hook up my VPN to that. So it's I can have only Windows up on this using this browser go through the Ireland server, and then if I want to browse something else through the American server, I just bring up Chrome or something like that, right? Which I don't usually need to. It doesn't really bother me to be on the Ireland server going through Ireland stuff. It's just it's sometimes my recommendations aren't the best on YouTube. But then again, maybe that's not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, if you want to watch these games in a much more convenient way, that would be the way to do it. And I don't feel bad advertising that at all because yes, the NFL is oh, you can't do that if we're gonna block you if you're in America. But it's just you're still paying them. And honestly, I probably wouldn't be paying the NFL anything. I wouldn't sign up for NFL Game Pass without having access to these streams. I wouldn't do quite a lot of things, honestly. The NFL wouldn't be getting hardly any money from me if it wasn't for NFL Game Pass. So I don't feel bad about that at all. They're still getting my money, And honestly, this is the exact kind of service that people have been requesting. That NFL Plus thing that, the NFL is trying to push, it's that thing's terrible. You don't get any of the in-market games, which is that's the whole reason that most people watch football is to watch their team play. And what do you need the out-of-market games for? And it's just I would, if I didn't have NFL Game Pass International, I would like having that service because I like watching all the other games. And it would certainly help with streaming. I'd be able to watch these, other games and stuff like that. But the problem with that, as the Patriots kick back off to the Bears, somebody's helmet goes flying and he only gets up to about the 23-yard line. But the problem with NFL Plus is I can't really watch the Bengals, and that's the whole reason why I would want to, pay the reason I've wanted a streaming service for years is because I haven't had TV. I haven't had a cable connection or anything like that pretty much my entire adult life, outside of when I was living with my parents when I was in college and I went back home and they had cable, but I've never personally paid for a cable service because fuck cable, right? I'm not going to pay those prices. And, the TV antenna doesn't ever work very well for me, right? As Justin Fields tosses the ball to Khalil Herbert, who gets to the outside, not a whole lot, but manages to pick up about 5 either way. But yeah, man, I don't really want cable. So I'm not going to pay for it. I'm not going to pay for cable or mess with the antenna for hours on end just to get a terrible signal. Just to watch the NFL. It's the only thing I would use it for. Otherwise, I much prefer watching Netflix and Hulu and et cetera, et cetera. I don't really want to watch TV. So, without a service like this, I wouldn't really be able to watch it very much. All right, Justin Fields is going to sling it. I think it was intended for Darnell Mooney. If not, it was intended for Equanimeous St. Brown, who's in the middle of being blocked. I think it was intended for Darnell Mooney, though. But, he just, throws it way – that was no accuracy on that throw whatsoever. Or maybe it was meant for N'Keal Harry. I don't know. There were, 3 Bears receivers in the area. It's hard to tell who he was aiming for because it was such a bad throw. All right, shotgun formation for Justin Fields. He's got trips to his right, and he motions Darnell Mooney to his left, but then motions him back into the trips formation. And Justin Fields fumbles the snap, but picks it up and manages to keep his head enough to run out of the pocket and ends up getting a first down. Nice. That's that awareness that I was talking about. If he can just be more consistently aware, I think Justin Fields could develop into a good quarterback. His problem, I think, is that he's just doesn't know what's going on around him half the time. I think that's a huge problem for Justin Fields that he really needs to get fixed. But if he can get that fixed, he could be a solid quarterback. And if he can be a solid quarterback, and that Bears defense and him together, they could do some damage, All right, Justin Fields, under center, is going to hand the ball off to number 19, who's got way free on the right side. He's got the first down. He's got 20. He's got about 25 yards before he is eventually forced out of bounds. Great play call there. Great design. This works out perfectly for him. And that's Dante Pettis, by the way, on the big play. The big play. All right. Great blocking there too by Equimania St. Brown. That's part of the reason why it was wide open on that side of the field. Justin Fields, shotgun formation. He's going to hand the ball off to Khalil Herbert, who is moving all around and put his hands up in some dude's face mask. They're not calling a flag on that, but I'm pretty sure that's illegal hands to the face. Like the ref was looking right at him too, so I don't know why they didn't call that. Let's see a replay here. Yeah, straight in the face mask. Like, you can't do that. I don't know why they're not calling that. Like, that's a pretty clear face mask. Or illegal hands to the face anyway on Khalil Herbert. But whatever. I guess we're moving on. Gonna be 2nd and 5 from the 31-yard line. Just Fields looking around, throws. It's caught for another first down. Equimania St. Brown gets it out to about the 20. So once again, the Bears offense is moving. And that's been the story of the game, right? Like, I mean, they haven't been converting and scoring as much, like at a clip that you would really want for as much as they're moving the ball. But, they are moving the ball. It's like if they can just like finish off drives, then they're going to be golden. Kind of reminds me of the Bengals offense sometimes, right? Like, except their problem is like, they're either like, like moving down the field and scoring, or they're just doing absolutely nothing. All right, so there's a flag on the play. I think it's a false start. It was going to be a handoff to Khalil Herbert, but it is going to be a false start. It's going to be on number 70, Braxton Jones. So that's going to back them up about 10 yards, and we're going to reset back for another first down play. Like I said, the Bears offense is moving, and there have been a few penalties here and there for both teams, and it's kind of getting in their way. It's part of the reason why some of these drives have been stalling, but it kind of works out. All right, Justin Fields, shotgun formation, trips to the right, motions Jarnell Moody to the left, and motions him back to the right again. So that just seems to be a favorite kind of move there of Justin Fields. And he's got to keep it himself, and he's going to only get about 2 yards on the pickup. So I think that's just a play that the Bears have in their arsenal. They seem to like using it a lot, and the Patriots know what to expect this time. So you can't really do that when it's that obvious, right? When it's that obvious, like if I caught it, then you know that the professional NFL football players caught it, right? Like if I knew exactly what was about to happen there, you know that the Patriots players know exactly what's going to happen. All right, Justin Fields pitches it out right to Khalil Herbert, who picks up about 5 yards, I think, gets it back to about the original line of scrimmage. So it's about a 4-yard pickup, and it is 3rd and 10. It is actually at the original line of scrimmage. So, all right, this is a not a big third down here, but I will say if the Bears can get a 14-point lead here, then might start being near panic time for the Patriots. Man, what a story if Bailey Zappi would have managed to come back in this game, though. All right, Justin Fields, he's going to take a shot, and way too high there for Equimania St. Brown, and Bears going to have to settle for a field goal. So assuming they convert the field goal, it's going to end up being a 9-point lead for the Chicago Bears. And you'll take that, right? Because you're up by multiple scores now. Going up by a full touchdown, like getting the full touchdown and then going up by like 13 points is like it's nice, but you really from a strategic standpoint, you just take the points here, right? especially on 4th and 10. I don't even know why I'm concerned. It's just these NFL coaches, man. They got me so nervous every single time on 4th down. I'm like, oh God, are they gonna go for it? And it's just like even in really stupid situations like that, it was like obviously they're not gonna go for it. But it's like I don't know, man. If it was Brandon Staley, you'd think, oh, he's probably gonna go for it, or Zach Taylor. Well, it's kind of 50-50 with Zach Taylor. The problem with Zach Taylor is, he keeps calling 4th down plays, and the Bengals have a 25% conversion rating on 4th down. Like, it's not working. Like 3 out of 4 times they go for it on 4th down, they don't get it. So why do you keep trying? I think they keep trying because like they think they can get it. But the problem is the problem is like they never have any good play calls for it. I'm gonna go ahead and update the score here. Starting to get a little bit better used to that now. Originally suggested by Jake Conley that I put the scores up, and I thought I edited that. But originally suggested by Jake Conley, and it's something I'd like to do. I'd like to have like a dynamic like overlay, kind of like Tom Grossi does, but I don't know how to do that. I've Googled it. I've tried to figure out how to have the dynamic overlay, but I don't know if Google knows exactly what I'm trying to ask for because they just keep, they keep sending me to like, basic overlay tutorials. I'm like, I know how to make a damn overlay. I just want to know how like you have the dynamic overlay that you can edit in the middle of a stream so that you can have like, the score constantly going. So I don't have to put this banner up down here where I hide all of my social media stuff, which like most of you who are here probably know where to find me. And I'm going to say it at the end anyway, but for the people who kind of pop in and out, it's just nice to have that down here. But no, I gotta have it hidden by the score. I'd much rather have it up here, like like even just like 2 numbers, right? Like under the Patriots banner, put what their score is, and under the Bears banner, put what their score is, right? Or you know what? Actually, right here, in this little section over here, I could have like a whole scoreboard going on. That'd be really cool. Because like last year when I was doing the Bengals previews. And I had my buddy playing characters for the opposing teams. I do it kind of like, like a Daily Show interview style. And I'd have the I'd have the video clip up here playing like, you'd have it on like the Daily Show, like, like the live feed. Although actually I just pre-recorded them all. It wasn't actually live feeds. Which sometimes you could tell, but sometimes I feel like I actually did a pretty good job pulling that off. I wouldn't mind going back to doing that because it's kind of interesting and creative. It's just I need somebody to do it with and somebody who can actually commit to it, like who can actually commit to the bit and like do it consistently. Because like the first time I did that, I actually played the character, but that's a lot of work for like one video, which like honestly not a whole lot of people were even watching. Like, my recaps got more watches than my previews. And that's part of the reason why I haven't been doing the previews this year is just because like, man, I got to work full time outside of this to be able to, like the number of hours I'm working to try to make this, to try to support doing this is insane. Like, and I'm not even making that much money with the number of hours that I'm working. It's just I'm trying to make this whole thing work, and I'm trying to get there. But the problem is, if I'm having like a video series, it's not working. I'm not gonna keep doing it because just like I need to rest sometimes, All right, Bailey Zappi is going to hand the ball off to Damian Harris. He's gonna fall forward and pick up about 4 yards, maybe 5, depending on where they spot it. Last little bit of coffee for the night. Well, maybe. I don't know. Might be the last bit of coffee. Definitely the last bit of coffee for the stream. I might make some more later because I do need to write up my script at the very least for the power rankings video. Probably won't record tonight, but I might. Yeah, it depends on how long it takes me to write up the script. Because I don't want to be up till like 3 o'clock in the morning, right? All right, Bailey Zappi, shotgun formation. He's going to throw, and it's tipped at the line. Doesn't go anywhere, so we're going to end up with 3rd and 6. Bears defense is starting to bear down yet again. And Patriots really kind of need to get something going here on offense because once again, they're at risk of losing control of the game. And you could almost argue, like, did they ever really have control back? I know they got in front at one point, but it was really kind of like it was based on a burst, and they haven't managed to keep it. It hasn't been a consistent offensive effort, you know. All right, Bailey Zappi, shotgun formation. He's going to take the snap, and he's got immediately pressure. Doesn't do anything. The blitz is all over him, and that's going to be a sack. It's going to be 4th down. Patriots going to have to punt the ball back to the Bears and hope that their defense can come up with a stop. Because if they don't know what you're going to do. I mean, you got plenty of time left, but I mean, you're starting. Like I said, if the Bears go get a touchdown, then you got like a 24-point deficit. And I mean, I know you're still going to have like some of the third quarter left to play and the entire fourth quarter, so it's not like you can't. Whoa, punt's muffed. There's a flag too. Don't know what the flag's about. They threw a flag immediately as soon as the punt was muffed. So I wonder. There was nobody around him, so he recovered the muffed punt, by the way. Like, literally, he just bobbled it in his hands. And then they threw a flag. I'm really kind of confused. Because there was nobody around him. It's not like there's going to be like a fair catch interference or anything like that. Really kind of confused as to what the penalty is going to be here. Holding on the receiving team. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the of where the punt return was down. So the Bears are going to keep it, but they're going to be deep in their own territory. So that's a really good turn of events for the Patriots because it gives you a chance to really put the pressure on the Bears offense and really kind of like if you can get off the field and give your offense another chance, then there's something here. But man, if you go to a 24-point ball game at this point, the way that both teams are playing, that might be it. And like I said, we're only halfway through the third quarter, and I'm already saying that it might be it if you go down by 24. Like, yeah, you can come back, but this Patriots team has given you absolutely no reason to believe that they would come back. Like, absolutely no reason so far today. We're gonna watch it to the end, but we'll watch it all the way to the end. You just you find it hard to believe that something like that would happen. We are 8 subscribers away from hitting 200. And for me, that'll be a big deal because I didn't really get to celebrate 100. We were creeping up and kind of getting real close to getting 100. And then the Grossi rate happened, and then we went way up. And I'm not complaining, by the way. I appreciate every single one of you. Awesome, and everything like that. But at the same time, I was getting ready to celebrate 100. Like, look at all the work we did. And I can't really celebrate 100 when I basically just had it handed to me, right? So if we can get to 200, in the next day or two. I will, really, honestly, in the next week. The way that my subscribers go up right now, like, if we can get to 200 in the next week, that'll make me a happy camper. If not, it's okay. I'll keep putting out content. It's not like it's the end of the world. But definitely going to be a big fan if we can get that number up to 200 by the end of the week. In the end of like by the time I go on like for the Sunday games is basically what I'm saying. Like by Sunday, if we can get to 200, that'll make me happy. That'll make me happy. And check out, don't forget to follow me. Take this banner down here for a second. Don't forget to follow me at Kyle Phelps92 on Twitter, Facebook.com/The Phelps, Battle of Ohio podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And go check out atbnetwork.com, which I haven't been doing a whole lot of writing for lately, despite the fact that I've been putting my power rankings up, but I haven't been doing the written side of that lately. But they're being nice enough to lend me their StreamYard platform so that I don't have to pay for it, which is why I'm able to put out all this content. So shout out to them. But like I said, follow me at Kyle Phelps92 on Twitter if you want to see, when I do finally hit that 200 subscriber mark. We'll be celebrating that at some point. As Justin Fields tries to throw and gets hit as he's throwing, way overthrown, almost actually closer to being intercepted than it is to actually making it to its target. But it's just too high for everybody. So I guess that's better than throwing an interception. But it's almost to the point where it looked like he was throwing it away, but it wasn't quite there. It was close enough to where there was a a set of people that you think that, oh, he might have just gotten hit and thrown it badly. All right, Justin Fields, under center in an I formation. He's going to hand the ball off. David Montgomery runs into his own player and then bounces off it, manages to get back forward, falls forward and gets about 3 yards on the pickup. So that way to turn absolutely nothing into something. Not enough on second down, but better than literally zero, right? So it's going to be 3rd and 7 after the 3-yard pickup, and Bears really could stand to pick up a first down here, keep this drive going, but let's see if they can get it. And Justin Fields pressure immediately, and he catches that. I think Cole Kmet caught that. He did. Patriots had an immediate pressure on Justin Fields. You had a dude wrap him up, and he manages to slip out of the tackle, throws what looked like, I thought initially looked like he was kind of like throwing it away to get it out, but he does eventually get it, not to Cole Kmet. Hunter, I'm on the wrong roster. Eventually, it is Cole Kmet. Eventually gets it out to Cole Kmet, who comes down with it. An amazing catch, by the way. Followed up by about a 7-yard run by David Montgomery there. But yeah, man, just pressure immediately on Justin Fields. Manages to get out of the tackle, has another dude on him, barely gets the pass off, and then, Cole Kmet has to basically turn around and kind of jump into the air to catch the ball. It has to extend, manages to extend, and then come back enough to stay in bounds for the catch. That was a highlight level play, right there. That was incredible. All right, Justin Fields, man to his right, trips to his right, hands the ball off to David Montgomery, and I thought he got enough for a first down. The refs are marking him a little bit short, so it is going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Patriots defense could really use a big stop here. You got plenty of time left, but like I said, you end up going down by 24, and this game starts getting messy. Right now, you're only down by 24. That's not right. My numbers are way off. It wouldn't be 24. All right, Justin Fields is going to sneak, and I think he got it. Refs are running down. Based on what I'm seeing on the lines, it looks like he got it. All right, they're calling that. They are calling that a first down. All right, so that's going to be a first down for the Bears. And for anybody who's watching right now, we are rooting for the Patriots on this one because my buddy Matthew Thompson, who is a very loyal, consistent subscriber to the channel, who's always on my feed and everything like that. He's a Patriots fan. We're rooting for them for him, but we're also rooting for Christine Conley to win $5, right? So go Patriots. But right now, it's not looking so good for the Patriots. Justin Fields is going to get out right. He's going to load up, and he's going to throw deep, and it is nowhere near anybody. Through the end zone. Nothing. Whole lot of nothing on that one. Shoot your shot. I get it. But you got to shoot your shot a little bit better than that. And he really throws it. I think what he's expecting there, he's expecting Darnell Mooney to get around the defender and just sprint down there, and it just doesn't happen. Which is honestly, Darnell Mooney's not the type of guy who's really going to be burning a whole lot of people anyway. So I think that's more of a know your receiver type thing, right? But at the same time, like I said, he took a shot, see if it could happen, and it didn't. David Montgomery's going to take the handoff, going to split the left or the right guard and the right tackle, and pick up about 2 yards on the play, maybe 3. It's going to be 3rd down, though. 3rd down and probably about 8. Let's see what they call it, though. You got a Patriots player who's down on the field, taking a knee, but I wonder if it's I think he's pointing at his hand or his arm or something like that. Not entirely sure. See what's going on with him. That's number 20-something. Tell his name is Phillips. So who that is. Adrian Phillips. defensive back, 8-year man out of Texas. That's unfortunate. All right. So 3rd and 8. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Chicago Bears. And I guess we're going to go commercial with the injury situation that's going on. So, Bears kind of, slowly meandering their way into the Bears are so weird, right? Like they're not dominating this game, but they're like slowly meandering their way into like the defense is playing pretty solidly, but even then the defense isn't like dominating. They're just like they're stopping them. And then the offense, they're not dominating, but they're doing enough, and enough is leading to what appears to be a dominant scoreline, which it will be if they can get more points. But it doesn't feel like the Bears are dominating. They just happen to be, right? Like it doesn't feel like the Bears are running away with this game, and yet they kind of are. Like it's a weird dynamic that's going on right now. Outside of this one burst from that the Patriots got from benching Mac Jones for Bailey Zappi, outside of that short little burst that kind of energized the Patriots offense, outside of that, there's been really a whole lot of nothing going on for the Patriots today. So, I mean, you really don't have any feeling like they're going to be able to have any ability to turn this around because, like I said, quite frankly, they haven't shown it today. Like, like the only reason that they even have 14 points is because they had a little bit of this big boost when Bailey Zappi came into the game. And they ended up taking the game from what was at one point a 10-0 deficit, and they scored 14. They scored 14 unanswered points to have them lead briefly after Bailey Zappi came in. But then that Bailey Zappi, that what do you call it? The boost, the Zappy boost, the Zappy Zap. That kind of wore off after they fumbled the handoff, and then it's just been a whole lot of nothing from the Patriots offense since. I mean, they've only had one drive since the fumble, I guess, but they didn't do anything on that drive. They basically just went 3 and out. The Bears, on the other hand, have been going on these long sustained, like their last drive was 10 plays. The last drive before that was 7. Before that, it was 9. And this one, we're already at 9 plays. And we're about to get actually this is number 9 right here. So David Montgomery is going to go forward for about 5 yards on the play, and it's not going to be enough. It's going to be 4th down. So it's a 10-play drive that's going to wind up in a field goal attempt that I would imagine he'll make. Cairo Santos is a pretty decent kicker, so I think he could make this one's going to be from 50, I think. I think from 50, right? Let's see. Kick is up. 50-yard attempt. Yep. 50-yard attempt. It is straight down the middle. It is good. Cairo Santos puts the Bears up 26-14. And Patriots, man. Not good for the Patriots. All right, so that is 3 extra points for the Bears, and the Patriots now have a 12-point deficit. It's better than allowing a field or a touchdown, I suppose, but that 12-point deficit. The way the game's going right now, you just don't really have it's not an insurmountable lead, but it's just like you don't have any feeling like the Patriots really have enough firepower to get down there. And that's with the Patriots have quite a few weapons. They got everybody else's trash. Like everybody else's draft trash, like Nelson Aguilar and Devontae Parker and guys like that. But this is a really talented Patriots team. Patriots offense. Did I not put the score up? I didn't put the score up. This is a really talented Patriots offense. They just aren't getting it done. So I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, Bears going to kick the ball back to the Patriots after the field goal. And I would say to avoid kind of losing completely losing control of this game, the Patriots pretty much got to go get a touchdown now. If they do, then they can bring it to a one possession game. If they can get to 21-26 game, then there's a chance. And I mean, you never know, man. Like Bailey Zappi came in and he really energized his team. So let's see if he can do that. Let's see if he can do that again. I think there's something to this kid, but he needs to prove that he can be consistent right now. Because if he's going to be the starter over Mac Jones, then he needs to prove that like he can galvanize his team, right? Like, rather than just like being a temporary boost, like kind of a cool story. Like, oh, hey, Bailey Zappi comes in, he plays good for a little bit. Kind of like Mike White, right? All right, Bailey Zappi's going to dump it off to Hunter Henry for about a 6-yard pickup. There is a flag on the play, though. Let's see what the flag is. Officials conferring in the middle of the field. And I think they're pointing towards the Patriots, so we'll see what's going on here. Tripping? They call him tripping? He made a motion with his leg. I think that's tripping, right? Yeah, tripping on Trent Brown. What did he do? I don't know if I agree with that. I don't agree with that being tripping because like he like the Bears player dove over Trent Brown and then he kind of kicked him with his leg. It also looked like it was probably an incidental kick, but it definitely didn't cause that guy to fall. So I don't agree with that tripping call. I don't agree with that tripping call at all. Bailey Zappi is going to dump it off to Ramondre Stevenson on the left side, and he's going to basically get it back to the original line of scrimmage. So essentially, the penalty just they lost a down is essentially what happened there because they got it back to the original line of scrimmage. Justin Fields is getting the hell stretched out of his hip. Don't know what's up with him right now, but getting some attention on the on the sideline. Bailey Zappi's calling out a bunch of different things, motioning players around. Right now, he's got three to his right, one to his left. Dumps it off to Ramondre Stevenson, who gets around, is able to pick up a little bit extra beyond where he was originally at, but ends up falling down and picks up 8. Probably could have had a first down if he didn't fall down, but hey, you know what? 8 yards on second down when it's 2nd and 10, that's good enough because now it's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 is a lot easier to convert. 3rd and 2 is you feel pretty decent about your chances of converting on 3rd and 2, especially if you're the Bengals. But, we're watching the Patriots here, so, either way, you got to feel pretty good about 3rd and 2. All right, Bailey Zappi's going to take the shotgun snap. Pressure. And I think he gets hit as he throws, and it's just a wobbly ball, nothing. So as I was saying, you feel pretty good about converting 3rd and 2. Patriots can't do it though; they're going to come off the field, and starting to be a little worried right now because I was saying if the Patriots can't like go get a touchdown on this drive, you start getting a little worried. I know we're not even into the 4th quarter yet, but it's just. The Patriots have given you no reason to believe that they're capable of making this comeback, right? Like, I hope they do it for Matthew's sake and for Christine's sake, right? But, yikes. All right, punts away, and, Dante Pettis avoiding the tackles on the special teams recovery there, and he runs it back about 30 yards. So that was a bit of a breakdown there for the Patriots special teams, and definitely not what you want to see while you're trying to make a comeback. So, like I said, man, I think the Patriots are a better football team than the Bears, but right now they really don't look like it. Right now, it's just like you don't have any belief that they're going to be able to come back and win this game because they haven't really done anything outside of like this short little boost that they got from benching Mac Jones for Bailey Zappi. But he hasn't been able to maintain that momentum. So I don't know if you're going to get anything out of him. Certainly not enough for a comeback. And especially if the Bears end up getting plays like this. I mean, they're like 10 yards away from getting points. And I mean, if they get points, it's like a 15-point deficit that you're down by more than 2 touchdown, 2 touchdowns, and one of them is a 2-point conversion. But I mean, you're starting to really be in danger of really losing control of this game. Like, I mean, they've managed to maintain some semblance of control of this game, but right now, like, I don't know what they're going to do. So for all my Patriots fans, sorry about your luck. This one's definitely not going your way. Sorry about your luck, guys. Sorry about my luck too, because I picked them to win this game. But then again, so did Thomas. So I guess it's just like, if the Bears win this game, it's fine, because like I'm more worried about just like picking more games correctly than Thomas. Because I'm not really competing against anybody else. I fully recognize I'm not going to pick them all right. So I just want to pick more right than Thomas gets. Speaking of which, we were supposed to do the Battle of Ohio podcast tonight, but just had a lot of things come up. So we're going to be streaming on Wednesday. I think the idea right now is Wednesday and Thursday. We'll see if that happens. Might be throwing around some ideas about maybe bumping back to one episode a week, just because it's so hard to do that many episodes and maintain any semblance of a life. But we'll see. We'll see. We might keep doing a 2-episode format. We might not. It just really depends. I gotta say, man, like every time Chipotle advertises that garlic guajillo steak, it looks delicious. But I'm not gonna lie, every time I have it, it tastes like it's been sitting around forever. So, all right, Justin Fields, shotgun snap, gonna hand the ball off to Khalil Herbert, who is going to fall forward for about 4 yards, has to fight for every single yard, but you'll take 4 yards. You'll take 4 yards every single time. Bill Belichick is trying to become the second highest winning coach in NFL history tonight. Not looking like it's going to happen, though, the way the game's going. So, I mean, he'll get it. Like, the Patriots will win another game before he retires. His hope is that I think he can pass what's his name, Don Shula, as the winningest, but he needs 23 more wins for that, which would require him to stay in the league probably for about 4 more years. Maybe less if the Patriots can kind of go back to like winning a lot and often. But the way they're playing right now, I don't see the Patriots becoming like a powerhouse type of team again for a little while. Definitely not with Mac Jones as your quarterback. Bill Belichick's father, Steve Belichick, played for the Great Lakes Navy Blue Jackets. Didn't know that. Like way back in the day when they had like the leather helmets too, right? Bill Belichick, you were an old man. Very old man. So it's like you just kind of wonder, does he have another 4 years of coaching in him? Especially with the fact that the Patriots aren't like, dominant like they used to be. This isn't a guy who's just going to keep, getting the benefit of the doubt because they're winning the Super Bowl all the time. I don't know if the Patriots are going to win another Super Bowl in Bill Belichick's career. I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't think it's going to happen. But I also don't think like another coach would do it, right? I don't think like you fire Bill Belichick because you think you can win the Super Bowl with this roster. Like, I really don't. I think Bill Belichick's going to give you the best out of the roster that you got. I just don't think I don't think he has enough time for them to build another Super Bowl contender. That's all I'm saying. All right. So Justin Fields under center. He's got a strong eye formation. Strong eye toward the left. And that's the end of the third quarter. So they're not even going to take the snap. That works out. Got 2 people watching right now. Whoever you are, leave a comment in the chat. I'll put you up on the screen, and we'll have a nice little talk. Or you'll just get your comment featured, right? Because I'm a small channel and I can do that. There will come a time, because I anticipate my channel growing at some point. There will come a time where I can't put every comment up on the chat, just like you see a lot of these big streamers. They don't even put every super chat up there just because they get so many of all these things. But as long as I can, I will try to put every comment up. And like when I do my videos, I always try to put like some of the best comments, or like at least one of the best comments like on the screen at the end of the video to kind of give some interaction. I don't think I'll ever stop doing that, right? Like even if I get big, I'll try to have like, it'll be a lot harder for you to get on my channel because there will be a lot more people commenting on every post. But, at the very least, I think I'll probably try to keep doing that. like going forward. It's hard to say. The only thing about doing that is it takes up like 2 or 3 minutes of video time. Um, and I'm trying to keep these videos like under 8 minutes or at least under 9 minutes. Um, and so if you're using a lot of it by doing the comments thing, then you kind of lose the ability to talk about the game. But I've been managing it so far. So as long as it keeps like, as long as it doesn't get in the way, I think I'll just probably do that forever. Um, I like the idea of like interacting with the audience. I feel like with a lot of these bigger streamers, you get people who kind of forget. Like, I mean, they just get so into talking about like whatever it is their channel's about. Like like the football guys. They just get so into talking about football that they kind of forget to interact with the audience. Which is fair because there's just so much going on, and you got to like you got to like optimize your videos to like do the best you possibly can so you can earn a living. But at the same time, I don't know. I personally like the idea of, and maybe that'll change honestly, because maybe I'll have a channel that's going, and maybe I just won't be able to do that. Maybe I'll have to optimize my channel. Maybe I just don't understand what it's like to be a bigger streamer, right? Or a bigger content creator. And I'll get there one day. But just like right now, I just imagine I would like to continue doing that comment thing at the end of every video. I guess we'll see, though. Justin Fields is going to take the shotgun snap. He's going to hand the ball off to Khalil Herbert. It's not a whole lot for him there. I think he gets about 2.5 yards, I think, probably. So going to be 2nd and 7. 7.5, really, but obviously the TV graphics doesn't do it in halves. They only do it in the whole round, easy to see numbers. So 2nd and 7 officially. All right, Bears are lined up in I formation. Justin Fields under center is going to motion Equanimeous St. Brown slightly to his right. He's going to pitch the ball out to Khalil Herbert, who is going to get outside, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Just barely, but I think he got it. No, actually, the refs are marking him short. Refs are marking him a little short, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 instead of first down. So, I mean, if you're the Bears, man, you're not too worried about it because like the Patriots keep shooting themselves in the foot, and right now, you're in field goal range again, so you have the opportunity to go up by like a 15-point margin, which is, I think possibly a death sentence for this Patriots team, which just has no explosion to it right now. All right, Justin Fields going to hand the ball off to David Montgomery, who breaks through a couple of tackles. Looked like he was going to get taken down at the line and breaks through a wall and manages to get down to about the 5-yard line. Frustrated with himself that he couldn't turn it into a touchdown, but that's still an incredible run. Like, I'm impressed personally. Bill Belichick is not impressed though. He's pissed off. Of course he would be. But yeah, great fight to get out of he's got like 4 people trying to bring him down, and he just like gets to the outside, gets away from it. Eventually, Bentley does bring him down from behind, but not before he's able to pick up like an extra 10 yards there. So David Montgomery once again is going to take it, and he's not going to get as much on that play, but is going to get it down to about the 1.5-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and goal, and I have no reason not to keep running the ball because the Patriots are unable to stop it right now. Like, just completely unable to stop it. And I mean, I guess they stopped him there for like a 3-yard gain, but when you're in like short yardage like this, 3-yard gains are fine. If you get another 3-yard gain here, then you get a touchdown. So, I would just keep running the ball here. It's looking like that's what they're going to do because they're going to line up in I formation again. And I think the ref's calling for there's a Patriots player down. And that's Jerome Bentley. That's Jerome Bentley. So the guy who saved the touchdown earlier, Jawan Bentley, the guy who saved the touchdown earlier, he's down on a knee right now. Not sure what's up with him, but hopefully he's okay. Got a medical trainer out there, and he's bent over like he's in some sort of like real pain. So hope he's okay. You don't love to see that, man. Do not love to see that. He's going to get up. He's going to walk off under his own power. So whatever was ailing him, not enough to make him immobile, but yeah, he didn't look good. Wonder if he's going to come back in this game. Just the way his body language was, right? All right, so you've got a number 93 coming onto the field in relief of him. Obviously not for the same position. Wait, is Jerome Bentley? No, that's Matt Judon. Okay. I thought Jerome Bentley was still on the field. I'm like, you're not allowed to do that. You have to come off for like one play if you're injured, right? Just be like, because you can't hold up the game like that. Dave Montgomery's going to take the handoff and he's going to get in for the touchdown, and that might be a little too much to overcome for the Patriots. So with the extra point, it's going to be a 33-14. Right now it's 32-14, but with the extra point, it'll be a 33-14 ball game. And that is 19 points. The way the Patriots are playing right now, you still got like 12 minutes left in the ball game, and crazier comebacks have happened, right? Like it's not over, but it really kind of feels over because the Patriots have shown you no reason to believe that they can start scoring at will here, which is basically what they need to do. All right, extra points up, it's good. So it's going to be 33-14. Bears on top. And sorry to all of my Patriots fans who are either watching or keeping, vaguely up on what's going on today. But Patriots did not come to play today. Patriots did not come. Bailey Zappi kind of came to play a little bit, but not really, enough, obviously. This Patriots offense, man, is really, really looking bad. I don't even know how you fix it right now. Today anyway. I still think they have a lot of talent on the Patriots offense. So I really think that there's an opportunity for them to fix it long term. But right now, I don't know how there's any opportunity for them to come back and try to make this a game, right? It's pretty much about as close to over as it can possibly be with 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I don't see any way back for the Patriots right now. And that's obviously not and I have no incentive to say that, obviously, because my what would be best for me is to have a compelling game and then have a lot of people watching my stream, right? But the fact of the matter is this is basically over at this point. We're 12 minutes into the fourth quarter and the Patriots have given you no reason to believe that there's any chance of them coming back. And I'm sorry, I'm always going to be honest on this channel. I'm always going to tell you how it is, even if it's to my own detriment. But I don't see any way back. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to keep streaming. But, we got 0 people, at least according to StreamYard, we got 0 people in the watching the stream right now. And I don't blame you. There's not much to watch right now. Except for live sneezing action. So if you're wondering why my nose hasn't been working and I probably got a weird nasally quality to my voice, that's why. My allergies, I don't know why. It's not like it's major allergy season right now, but for me, my allergies are kind of going nuts. So I don't know what's up with that. Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. Two human beings who I personally have never wanted to experience them calling a football game. Because Joe Buck, while he has gotten better over the years, he's a legendary baseball announcer. But as a football announcer, I've just never really been terribly impressed by them. Troy Aikman's an idiot. Just straight up. I don't like hearing him talk. Period. I think he says stupid things. And sorry to all my Cowboys fans out there, but I don't like Troy Aikman as a human being. I don't think he's a bad person. I don't like his personality. All right. So the kickoff's away. It's going to be fielded in the end zone, and he's to the 15. Gets smacked down. Gets clotheslined at the 17-yard line, and he's down. Oh. Patriots about to start a fight over that, too. Crookshank just clotheslines him in the neck, dude. He just got blown up. Like, wow. Whew. Whew. Looks like he's okay, so that's good. But yeah, Tristan Ebner, the kick returner there, who just gets like clotheslined and absolutely like gobsmacked on that play, man. But like I said, it looks like he's okay, which is good. But oof, oh, what a hit, man! All right, Bailey Zappi's gonna take the snap, toss it off to Ramondre Stevenson, who does fall forward for the first down. That's a good start to the drive. But the problem with the Patriots is not that they haven't been able to get drives going or get drives started. It's that they haven't been able to keep drives going. So what you really need is you need to spark. You need to like go get, if you don't go get points on this drive, like I'm already of the belief that this game is basically over. But if you don't go get points on this drive, like I really just don't think you have enough time to like mount enough of a comeback. I mean, you do have time, but you're not Patrick Mahomes, you know? All right. And Bailey Zappi's going to hand it off to Ramondre Stevenson, and he falls forward for about 5 yards. So, I mean, they're really just they're taking their time. I would have a little bit more of a sense of urgency here when you're down 19 in the fourth quarter. I mean, you do have time, but I mean, at some point you're not going to have time. Like, it might be a good idea to try to conserve as much time as you can right now. Bailey Zappi, shotgun formation. He's got Ramondre Stevenson to his right, 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. And he dumps it off to Ramondre Stevenson, which pretty much the only thing the Bears are giving him. And he picks up about 3 yards on the catch. Not going to be good enough. So it's going to be 3rd and 2, and the Patriots are just meandering their way down the field. And it's just like with that Falcons game earlier yesterday that I was saying like if the Falcons got to take 12 plays to go score and you're down 21 points, I don't know how on earth you think that there's any chance of this game happening, right? Like, right now it looks like the Patriots, all they can do is just get like short yardages here and there. And like, you're going to run out of time if you're doing things like that. Once again, Bailey Zappi throws, and it is caught for a first down, but for like a 2-yard gain. That's going to be just barely enough for a first down, which, I mean, I guess it's good enough. You'll take the first down, but you only got you've already wasted 2 minutes of your 11 minutes left on getting like 15 yards so far. Like, I mean, that's you need to get off to a much faster pace if you want to come back from a 19-point deficit. Hands off to Ramondre Stevenson, and I mean, he gets like 4.5 yards, but again, that clock's winding. And I know it's like, you got plenty of time, but you keep treating the clock like this, and you're not going to have plenty of time. I don't really get the game plan here. I think you gotta start taking some shots. Like, I mean, maybe not like Hail Marys or anything like that. I mean, you do have time as far as that's concerned, but like, you got to start picking up some chunk plays here. All right, Bailey Zappi, shotgun formation. He's going to throw. It's caught by Jacoby Myers, who looked like it was going to be another one of the situations where you just get it down just barely for a first down, but he breaks out of a 2 human being like blender and gets an extra 5 or 6 yards. So that's what the Patriots need to do, man. Like, more chunk plays like that. Like, I mean, I know that was not Jacoby Myers, by the way. That was number 1, which is Devontae Parker. I don't know why I keep getting Jacoby Myers and Devontae Parker mixed up. Like, they don't even look the same. As Bailey Zappi throws, and it's incomplete, which honestly, like, the way you've been treating the clock on this drive, like, I almost want to say like that's like it's almost a good thing because it stops the clock. You only have 3 timeouts for the entire quarter, or the entire half. So and if you're going to make this comeback, you've got to manage the clock better than you are. I don't know if that's a Bill Belichick thing or that's a Bailey Zappi thing or what, but all right, shotgun formation. Bailey Zappi drops back. He's got a little bit of pressure, but it's able to get out of it. Although there's a flag, I think it's going to be holding on the Patriots. And he picks up like 2 yards on the run. So, I mean, he gets out of bounds, though, so it stops the clock. I see what holding. Yeah, That was pretty much. I saw the holding the second it happened. Yeah, it's Cole Strange, which is kind of a strange last name when you think about it. Number 69, nice, but that holding, man, not nice. Cole Strange, the center, and Bailey Zappi. Yeah, he gets beaten, and the only way that Bailey Zappi doesn't get smacked on that play by the nose tackle is basically for him to like hold him and pull him down. So I guess it's like he kind of had to hold him, but definitely hurts. And now it's going to be tipped and intercepted. Bailey Zappi throws a pick on the interception. There was a pick on the interception. That was a dumb thing to say. There's a flag on the play, though. Let's see what the flag is. So the ball was tipped up in the air, and it looks like there's a Patriots player who's hurt on the ground now. Medical staff's coming out to him, so I do think he's hurt, not just like frustrated. The Bears are celebrating, so I don't know what the flag is, but the Bears are celebrating like they got this big, awesome thing, which they did. Yeah, Bailey Zappi, he thought he had a guy, but number 91, Robinson, just like comes up like at the last second and blocks that into oblivion. And the Bears player, Roquan Smith, I believe, is the closest man to it, and he's also the first one to see it. He's all over that one, man. Roquan Smith, yep. Ooh, it might be I think yeah, personal foul. It is a flag on the Bears, but it's after the interception. So the interception is going to stand, I think. So this is what I'm saying, man. Like, you have stuff like this happen, and you just wasted 4 minutes on that drive only to throw an interception. Number 60 of the Patriots appears to be hurt. So this is a brutal game. Like, people are getting hurt left and right. David Andrews, the center. I don't know what's going on with this game right now, man. Like, everybody's getting hurt. Yeesh. Don't really know what to say about what we're watching right now, other than just like the Patriots are running out of time and opportunities. They just wasted 4 minutes driving. Like, I think they got like maybe 20 yards on that drive. Took them 4 minutes to do so, and you're down 19 points. Like, that's not good. 28 yards total that they got on that drive. Barely got across midfield before the interception. I don't really know what to say for the Patriots. Like, y'all about to get torpedoed in the power rankings. Like, I'm sorry, but that's this performance has not really given me any reason to believe in you. Patriots are just right now not playing like a good football team. All right. Justin Fields is going to hand the ball off to Khalil Herbert, who breaks out of a tackle, gets to the outside, and he's about to. Oh no, he doesn't break out of the second tackle, but he does get enough for a first down. And crucially, that clock's running. Like I said, 19-point deficit for the Patriots right now, and they just spent 4 minutes driving 28 yards. So that was that. I don't know. Is this a Bill Belichick clock management thing? Is this Bailey Zappi just not being aware of like how to drive like near the end of the game when you're trying to make a comeback? I don't know. I almost kind of wonder, like, would Mac Jones have done a better job at managing that drive? Because I think that's kind of his strength, right? Like, game management and like, the mental stuff. That's what Mac Jones is good at. Doesn't have the biggest arm, doesn't have, the, most athleticism or whatever, but like, like Mac Jones, pretty good football wise up here. And obviously he's not perfect. He has his struggles, which is why he got benched. But I almost want to say, like, you'd be better off right now with Mac Jones than Bailey Zappi. Yeah, massive personal foul there on the Bears, but again, interception stands. So that's really all they care about. Honestly, it gives them more field to work with. So if they just keep running the ball, then they can just burn more clock, and I guess that's fine with them. They'll take that personal foul. All right, handoff from Justin Fields to Khalil Herbert. He doesn't really go anywhere with that, so it's going to be 3rd down and 5 from the 45-yard line. And Bears, like I said, Bears just trying to run that clock. They basically got this free possession And if they can run as much clock off as possible, I mean, they have it's a 3 possession ball game right now. So I mean, if you can like if the Patriots get the ball back, like if the Bears don't score and they got to give the ball back to the Patriots, at least give it back to them with like less than 5 minutes to go, and then 3 possessions in 5 minutes, it can be done. But oof, like that would be tough, especially with the way the Bears running game is going right now. Like they should just be able to run the rest of this clock out in general, even if the Patriots do get another touchdown, get another possession and another touchdown. As long as they don't like mess up on the onside kick, should be fine. All right, so Khalil Herbert's going to take the carry, and he is not going to get the first down. I believe he gets to the left, finds a bit of a hole, but not enough for a first down. So Bears are going to stay on the field, which makes sense because it's a bit too long for a field goal, but too short for a punt. And you've got a 19-point lead anyway, right? So you just try to see if you can just keep that clock moving, right? That's going to be the broadcast says 4th and 1, but it looks more like 4th and 2 to me. That's a long one if that's one. I don't agree with that. Oh, no. Okay. Bears were just trying to draw the Patriots off sides. And, there is a flag, delay of game on the Bears. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to take the delay of game, back it up a little bit more to give the punter a little bit more room to try to pin the Patriots deep. And that's fair. That's fair. I thought that because like Bill Belichick was really right. He's like the OG guy for like weird fourth down attempt decisions. Like he's kind of like the OG guy for that. Like he was doing that like back in like the 2000s, like in the AFC Championship and stuff like that, where like he just got criticized for it to hell and back. And now everybody's doing that, but like Bill Belichick was like really the first one to start being like, I'm just gonna like go for it when I feel like it, man. Like I don't care about your rules. I'm gonna go for it when I want to go for it. All right, punt is away. And it's not a very long kick. Fielded about the 11-yard line, and he brings it up to about the 14. Looked to me like he was brought down by his face mask, but they didn't call a flag. Cameron's showing sad Patriots fans now. Yep, they're definitely not feeling too good right now. And she's got a beer. Dude, I could use a beer after watching this game for real. Like, I don't know if I might have one in there. I'm not sure. It's a little late to be drinking though, because like I'm not planning on staying up super late, and I kind of want to get some work done. So maybe I won't have a beer. Because if I have a beer, I'm gonna be in bed in like an hour. Like, alcohol knocks me out, man. Like, no matter how much I have, if I drink heavily, I'll be like ready to go to bed. And like, alcohol does the opposite to me. What it does is like a lot of people I know say like energizes people and they're like ready to party all night. Me, man, like alcohol, I'd start drinking and I'm ready to go to bed in like an hour. Honestly, try to get as much partying done as I can in an hour because like by the end of it, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna sleep. Good night. Especially beer. I think just because like I don't really process beer. I don't know if it's well or I don't know if I process beer well or not. The point is like, while I can be a bit of a lightweight when it comes to liquor, I don't know if I even can get drunk on beer anymore. Like I'm sure I can, like if I'm not eating anything, like I can get drunk on beer, but it takes a lot of beer to get me drunk. Like probably 12 cans, honestly. Maybe no, probably more like 8 cans. But like a 6-pack won't get me drunk, right? That'll get me buzzed. And it never really has. I don't know why beer affects me that way. But yeah, it doesn't really matter what I'm drinking though. All alcohol eventually just kind of like I'm zonked by the end of it. I wouldn't even be able to be an alcoholic because I'd fall asleep before I start drinking too heavily. Not that I haven't ever drank heavily before, but just like unless I'm committing to like drinking that night, like unless I'm like I'm gonna get fucked up, right? Like, unless that's happening, I'm probably just gonna fall asleep before I get drunk. Honestly, sometimes I commit to it though. I mean, it was fun. Like my bachelor party, I got zonked, man, and couple other times, but in general, I just like alcohol puts me to sleep faster than it gets me drunk. All right, back to the game now. And they're showing some highlights of some of these like crazy throws that Justin Fields has made. And they're not really good throws, but he's making them work, right? That's the thing. Like, he is making them work. Bailey Zappi, oh, it's tipped again, almost intercepted again. Man, Bailey Zappi needs to start aiming a little higher. I think, like, at this point, he's had like 3 passes tipped and like one of them intercepted. I think Mac Jones's interception was on a tip. One of them was on a tip. So I think Bailey Zappi just quite honestly needs to like maybe start picking his moments a little better, uh, or start throwing a little higher, because like I don't know what's up with him right now. He just keeps everything getting batted down on the line. All right, pressure on Bailey Zappi immediately, and he's just going to have to dump it off to Ramondre Stevenson, which the Bears are all too happy to let him do because keep him in bounds and keep that clock running. Patriots got 19 points to go. Like, if there's going to be, like, that's pretty much over. It's like I've been saying that for like an hour now, right? Like, it's pretty much over, but like, you know, it's not really over, but like, it's getting close. Now, there's a good one. There's a good one. Nice pass there from Bailey Zappi to a wide open Thornton, number 11. A wide open Tyquan Thornton. That works out just fine for Bailey Zappi. And it's like if you had more plays like that, then fine. But a lot of these plays, and there's another one, a short pass to Ramondre Stevenson, and he doesn't even go anywhere with that. He gets tackled at the line of scrimmage, keeping that clock running. Like, I don't understand the decision making here. Like, you know, you have to push the ball down the field, even if there's nobody open. Like, you have so little time left. Like, it's almost worth risking interception at this point, because if you don't drive the ball down the field, you're not going to have enough time to come back. So, honestly, I'm more upset that he's throwing short than if he were to throw a pick. Like, if he throws a pick, it's just like, okay, this game's pretty much over. But if you don't push the ball down the field, the game's over anyway. All right, Bailey Zappi, shotgun formation. Looking around, got great protection. He throws, and it is caught, but I think he's out of bounds. So that's Tyquan Thornton again. He caught it, but he was not able to stay in bounds with the catch. So that was just a little too outside of his reach to get that. It's going to be 4th and 2. Obviously, the Patriots are going to go for it here because, you know, we got 2 minutes, 52 seconds left in the game. You're down 19 points. I'm a little surprised that they didn't go for it before because, like, you got to know 19 points is going to take a lot of time off the clock to come back from. And that's, you know, if you're able to do it. And the Patriots just have been like all willy-nilly with the clock in, you know, the like in this entire quarter, really. So I don't really get it. But anyway, 4th down conversions. This is probably the game. Bailey Zappi throws, and it's intercepted. So that's pretty much the game. So, all right, intercepted. Almost returned for a touchdown, but gets taken down at the last second. And Bailey Zappi is going to feel bad about throwing an interception there, and that sucks totally. I get it. But at the same time, like I was just saying, if you don't get it, game's basically over anyway. So, I mean, if you got to like try to force it in somewhere, if that's all you have is just trying to force it in, then go ahead, force it in. I mean, I imagine there might have been like a better option on that play, but yeah, he throws and he doesn't throw it far enough. That's the problem. So Bailey Zappi's accuracy just gets him in trouble on that one. Like, he had a wide open guy and just doesn't throw it far enough. He throws it basically ahead of the defender, but Tyquan Thornton would have had to turn around and go get that. So he makes it really easy on the defender, make it really hard on his own receiver. So that was just a terrible pass by Bailey Zappi. But again, better that he took the shot and tried to do something with it rather than throwing short again, because it just feels like Andy Dalton, right? Like, you know, when Andy Dalton is in prime time and he's not throwing interceptions, it feels like he's just throwing short of the sticks all the time. So that's probably going to do it for this game. Bears are, I think we can pretty much safely say the Bears are going to come away with this one. As we head toward the 2-minute warning with the Bears up 19 points. Don't think there's much of a chance. We will stick with it to the end, but I mean, if y'all think it's over, I wouldn't blame you at all. I wouldn't blame you at all. Patriots do have 3 timeouts left, but the Bears are just going to run this clock down as much as they can. Bears looking like a good football team coming out of this. That's the big surprise of the night. Wow, the Bears, are they good? They looked awful when they played on Thursday Night Football last time. The last time we saw them when we streamed the Commanders Bears game, Bears did not look good. The defense looked good, but as a team, they did not look good. And this is a full performance. This is like if the Bears can keep playing like this all year, this is a team that could make some noise at some point. Like, maybe one of those like sneaky teams that kind of sneaks into that seventh playoff seed and then embarrasses themselves like the Steelers and the Eagles did last year. But at the very least, they don't look like a bad team. So I mean, like, when I do my when I do my power rankings, Bears are probably coming out of the bad category. The stupid seal. There we go. I like you. I like you. I like seeing. I love your name, by the way. The stupid seal. It's just a cool name. Like it's a stupid name, but it's a stupid seal. So this is brutal. Loving every second of it as a Dolphins fan. Yeah, this is brutal. Patriot. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like the Patriots just aren't the same Patriots that they used to be. And I think you're in. It's like very much like I am enjoying the Steelers being terrible myself, right? Like regardless of whether or not it's a big embarrassing thing at this point. I think the Steelers fans are just accepting that it's a bad year, and so every time they have a bad game, it's just like it's not really hurting any worse than it was hurting before. But I still get you, like for you, fuck that team. But I'm not gonna lie, the stupid seal. There's a lot of Patriots fans on my channel, so I was rooting for the Patriots in this game. But not that I have that much of a stake in. I don't really care. Like it's the Bears and the Patriots. Like it's probably ultimately good for the Bengals because it makes it it makes it a little easier for them to like go get that wild card spot. Like they lose this game. Then the next closest team to the Bengals in the wild card race will be the Colts, and I don't think they're getting in. So basically, I mean, the Bengals are still out of it. The Bengals are at number 8 right now in the AFC, and they're right behind the Chargers, who are at number 7. But just not having people on their tail is really helpful. So I guess for me, maybe it's better that the Bears win this game. But I was rooting for the Patriots just for my, like I got subscribers who are Patriots fans, so try to be nice to them, right? All right, Justin Fields is going to hand the ball off to Khalil Herbert. He's going to pick up about 3 yards, and that's exactly what you want, right? Like you just want some like short yards because you're like all about to get in the end zone. That's not Khalil Herbert, by the way. I'm sorry, that's number 25, who is Treston. That's his name. Treston, not Tristan. Treston Ebner. Yeah. So Treston Ebner on the run. And yeah, what you want is you only want to get like 1 or 2 yards on each of these carries, right? Because like, I mean, if you go get a touchdown, that's cool. But what you want to do is you want to run that clock out. The Patriots aren't even taking their timeouts. The Patriots just like, I give up. All right, Treston Ebner on the carry. I think he's trying to get a touchdown for his stats. And I think he'll get it. It's 4th down, 4th and goal. And what do you do here if you're the Bears? Do you just take the field goal, or do you like try to take another like shot at the end zone just because you kind of keep that clock moving a little bit longer than you would with the field goal? I don't know, because I mean it could kind of be seen as stat padding, but at the same time, like you want to keep that clock moving as much as you can. And hey, man, give Tristan Ebner a touchdown. And honestly, it's like Bill Belichick. If you got a problem with him going for it on 4th down here, stop him. Like this whole running up the score idea, I've never had a problem with that. And actually, what happens is Justin Fields kneels on the ball. So I guess the Bears are going to be kind of classy about it anyway. But personally, I've never had a problem with the whole running up the score thing, right? It's just like if you want to stop them from running up the score, then stop them. Don't let them get a touchdown. Football's, the NFL is competitive and brutal, man. Like, I mean, if you can't hack it, you're going to get torn to pieces anyway. But, it is what it is. So that's pretty much going to do it for this game, guys. Stupid Seal making another comment. Can we officially, the day the Patriots have come back down to earth, like they'll be okay, but nothing close to elite? Because that's what I'm thinking. But I thought last year, and look what happened. Yeah. No, I totally think that. Like, look what happened. What the Patriots, they didn't make the playoffs last year. I don't know. Look what happened. What they didn't do much. But yeah, no, we can totally, the Patriots are totally back down to earth. Like, Bill Belichick is a good coach, but I just don't think they have a very good roster. Like, they have some weapons, but Mac Jones I felt was like the wrong choice at quarterback. And then like Bailey Zappi seems to be like a good like Mike White type of player, right? But I mean, he's not great or anything like that. So just personally, I don't think the Patriots, when my power rankings come out tomorrow, look for the Patriots to take a bit of a nosedive in the power rankings. They're okay. They're a decidedly mid team, if not even maybe a little below average. They don't have they have a lot of offensive talent, and yet not a lot of offensive firepower. And then just that defense, just letting the Bears go all over you like that. Like, geez, man. I don't even know what to say about that defense after that performance. But yeah, the Patriots. I hate to say it because we got a lot of Patriots fans on this channel, but the Patriots are not a good football team. They're not a horrible football team, but they're not a good football team either. No one expected much from the Patriots last year. New year, new quarterback, new system. Yet somehow they found a way to win. This year, growing pains, lots of growing pains. Yeah, like I mean, they didn't win enough to make the playoffs. That's the thing. But I always thought that Mac Jones was a bad pick at quarterback. I don't really know why everybody was so high on him. And I think right now we're seeing. I mean, he got benched for Bailey Zappi, like just straight benched. Like it's not an injury thing. He's just benched. So I don't like Mac Jones, and because I don't like Mac Jones, I don't really like the Patriots as a football team. Like they're not very good. Bill Belichick is an amazing head coach, but he can only do so much. He can only cover so many sins. Like I mean, look at the look at the old pre the old pre leaving Cleveland Browns, right? Like Bill Belichick had that team like winning some games and stuff like that, but they weren't a super talented roster, and they knew that they were leaving, so that they weren't feeling like very cohesive as a team or anything like that. And he still got some results out of that team. So, but that's the thing. That's all the Patriots really have right now. They have like Bill Belichick and a handful of like cast off like talented receivers, and then I mean honestly, the only player I can think of on the Patriots who's really like a like somebody who can really think like, oh yeah, that guy, that's who I think is somebody to pay attention to, would be Matt Judon. Like, he's a good pass rusher. But outside of Matt Judon, like, who are you scared of on the Patriots? Like, I think the only reason that they're decent is because Bill Belichick is like, an all-time great head coach, right? I mean, it's just like if Ron Rivera had this roster, they wouldn't be any good. If Mike McCarthy had this roster, they'd be trash. I don't think Zach Taylor would be winning a whole lot with this roster for sure. Matt LaFleur wouldn't be winning. It's just like, Bill Belichick is the reason why the Patriots are somewhat competitive, but they don't have really the roster to be all that competitive. So, but you know what? We'll talk more about that when the power rankings come out tomorrow morning. I'm going to head off now. Getting a little hungry, might get myself a snack. Then I got to go work on this video and try to get it so that I can just record and edit tomorrow morning and get it up at a reasonable time. But that's all I got for this stream, guys. I appreciate those of you who did show up. So Matthew Thompson, Christine Conley, the Stupid Seal, I appreciate you three for showing up and making the stream a little bit more interesting. Wasn't that long ago that I was literally just streaming into a void. Nobody was talking to me. So the fact that we got people in here at all, I just appreciate the hell out of that, for real. But yeah, final score, Bears 33, Patriots 14. Y'all can always find more of what I do at Kyle Phelps 92 on Twitter, Facebook.com/The Phelps, the Battle of Ohio podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast, which we were supposed to stream tonight. And then, some things came up, but, we'll probably definitely be going on Wednesday. So, check that out if you want some Bengals-Browns rivalry content. And then atbnetwork.com. Don't forget to check that out too. Because just that they're I have access to write things for them, but even if I don't, they're being nice enough to lend me their StreamYard and give me the opportunity to do stuff like this. So I very much appreciate them for that. So go check them out, atbnetwork.com. And beyond that, that's all I got. So as always, I'll leave y'all. Night, stupid seal. I'll leave y'all with a hootie. Even though the Bengals didn't